Hello. We are back. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being so patient. Trying to get me some cranberry juice. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming back. We are back for another video. Thank you guys for joining. I had to push it back just a little bit because I was trying to get some stuff done. But we're here. We are here, honey. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Got some great topics for you guys as well. Who we got in here? Let's see who we got. Everybody's come rushing in. Usually when I start saying the names, like a whole 100 of the subscribers come rushing in. So let's get through it. Let's see. All right, so Bridget J, thanks for being here. Laverne Wolford, Rose Armstead, thank you. Tanisha Martin, Althea P, 1965, thank you. Regina Ashby, Lori Smith, Shirley Terry, I'm sorry, it's Cookie Dough. I like that name. Erica Rogers, Terry Baby, Sabrina Janelet. Hi, Inga Bruce, Gemini Twin, Etta G. See what I'm talking about? 155. Oh my God. Samara Gerald, Marsha Phillips, Miss Island Duncan. Hi. Lisa Burton, my Maud Bell Wilson is here. Tai, did I say that right? Taia, I'm sorry, Taia Diver. C. Lewis, Mrs. Edith, I'm sorry, y'all ain't got my glasses on. Oh my God. Sandra Richard, Samara Gerald, Gloria Strickland, Connie Burns, Mashonda's here. Oh Lord, hold on. Okay, yes, Miss Shonda Jackson is here. Kelly's here. Wanda Cockshell is here. Sin is here. Shirley McCrary is here. Barbara Wilson is here. Joyce Spick is in the house. Miss Mary is here. My degree is real. I love that name. Miss A.E. is here. Miss Babette Brooks is here. Flower Bloom is here. Okay, Janice Jones is here. Miss Island Duncan is here. Elaine Flowers, Miss T. Sand is here. The Real Nikki is here. Darlene Stewart is here. Armanelle Moore is here. Monique Johnson's in the house. Sylvia Blow is here. Who else is here? Essie Tyndall's here. Laverne is here. Marsha Phillips is here. Katrina McKnight is here. Are you related to Brian McKnight? We'll talk, girl. All right, so let's see. Erica Groves is here. Baby Doll Brooke is here. Gloria Strickland, new member, is here. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being a new member. Girlfriend Chronicles. She is a mod. She's here. Please check her out on her channel as well. Again, Girlfriend Chronicles. She is a content creator. Okay. Let's see. Tremel Smith is here. Armanelle Moore. I think I said your name, but thanks again for being here. Frankie Robinson. GT. Tina is here. Oh God, y'all, it's like 200 and something. Guys, we got to get into the show. All right. Those of you that I did not call, my apologies, because I'm going to be calling names. We've got like 255 people. It's impossible for me to call every single one. So if I did not call your name, please do not be upset tonight. All right. Because we got to get into the show. We are headed towards 8 p.m. All right. Love you guys, even though I didn't get you. All right. Love you. All right. So let's get on into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into the first topic. And then y'all know we like to do the light stuff, then get right into the juicy stuff towards the end. Okay. So I had to prioritize my topics tonight, honey, so that we can get into the good stuff. I got a great video to show you guys from a wife, honey, who caught her husband, honey, out here cheating, honey. Caught his ass at the airport with a woman and found out he had been cheating for some time. Flying this woman all over the country on her dime, y'all. Oof. We're going to talk about it because she was dragging his ass too. And ran up on his ass at the airport with his side chick. I said, yes, girl. So we're going to watch that video, honey, and we're going to dissect it and we're going to talk about it. Yes, girl. And we might have, we'll see what time we get closer to the end. We'll see if we're going to do a panel or not. I don't know. All right. So let's get into the show. First topic of the night, honey, Miss Melody Sheree. Miss Melody Sheree speaks on what the next man in her life is gonna be looking like. I like that. So you gotta put that out in the atmosphere. You gotta put it in the atmosphere. What is it that you're looking for? Everybody's looking for somebody, honey. Whenever you break up with that person that you're with, if they don't work out, you always have this person in your head in terms of what you're looking for and what you think that you might want. And that's you gotta think like that, okay? You gotta think like that. So we're going to get on into what Miss Melody Sheree had to say, what her next, honey, not her ex, honey, but her next relationship expectations are going to be. All right. Of course, you guys know she is dating. She is getting flued out. I know y'all know it's flown out. She's getting flown out. Okay. The corporate word is flown out. But, we like to be uncorporate and say she's getting flued out. Any of y'all been flued out before? Ain't nothing wrong being flued out, child. Martel, like I said, she's getting fired. But, that's okay, too. She's single. She deserves to get her back cracked. And she deserves to get a Charlie horse a time or two. Damn, she already said, through her 14 years of fooling with Martel, he didn't make her hit that oh. So, shit, she got to do what she got to do. So let's get on into what Melody had to say. All right. Yeah, so she says, true story, child. She says, in discussing what I desire next, desire my next to look like with my friend, Shanita Foster, she says, I literally told her that I want someone who knows how to cook, this time. She says that cooking for someone that you love should be something that puts a smile on your face and puts a smile on theirs as well. She says, what do y'all think? All right. I like a man that can cook. My husband, he doesn't really cook in the kitchen like that, but he throws down on the grill. You have some men that's like that. Don't really fool around in the kitchen, but throw down on the grill. Like he's just fire on the grill. But in the kitchen, not so much, because I'm like, you don't really need another pot to do what you're doing, because I'm feeling like that shit gonna fall on me in the end. So I don't be wanting him in the kitchen like that, because y'all know men, they think they got to use a different pot for everything, and then they clean up in the end. I'm a clean as you go type of chick. Anybody else? Put in the one in your chat if you clean up as you go when you cook. I hate a bunch of shit as I'm cooking. I'm constantly wiping down. I'm constantly washing dishes as I'm cooking. So in the end, I can chill. Fix me a little plate and chill. I might be sipping a little wine or whatever, but KBR was like, one. Yes, I despise a lot of shit. And I'm a germaphobe too. So I don't like a lot of shit out of place. Like that bothers me. But yes, honey, cook. Yeah, cook. And if you can't cook, find her a nice or her favorite meal and have it prepared, honey. Put it on some plates like you cook shit. And pour her something nice to drink. Let her sit down, honey, massage her feet. All that stuff matters. Women, we like that. I like that. Rub my feet, massage my shoulders, ask me, give me a good conversation. How was your day? If I'm stressed out, we'll talk about, dessert later, because I might be dessert. We don't never know. I might be dessert. You might not want that slice of cake. Shit, I might be dessert. So we need to talk about some things. Ask me about my day. I'm going to ask you about your day. We're going to eat this food. All right, so let's finish talking about what Melody had to say. All right, so she says cooking for someone will always, be an act of love to me. She says, especially, honey, when the food be good, right? Girl. She says a lot of efforts goes into cooking, and it does. It really does. So if you got a man that can cook, that's where it's at, okay? Yeah, and if he can't cook, honey, if he knows your favorite meal, I like seafood. I'm a seafoodie. I'm a foodie, but I'm very particular in my food. I like seafood, okay? Give me a nice seafood boil or some nice shrimp, pasta or something like. I like stuff like that. Alfredo, I kill that. With some broccoli in it, yes, because I got to have my veggies. But I'm a seafoodie type of girl. So yeah. So that's what Melody says she likes. She's looking for a man this time that can cook and somebody who's attentive to her needs. Okay. Somebody said cut the ceiling fan on the chat. Y'all are bad. KB, y'all said cut the ceiling fan on. Yes, girl, cut the ceiling fan on. But it's not always about. Well, sex is intimacy. I guess you can't say that. But it's not always about just hopping in the bed and getting your bones jumped. Intimacy, like, I like to be groomed, like rub on me. I like that. Conversation to rub on me. Not just run into the bedroom. Like, no, that's some high school shit. Talk to me. I want to hear what's on your mind. I want to pick your brain. I want to, how they say it? Make love to your mental, women. Do y'all do that with y'all man? You got to get up here. I want to know what's up here. I already know what's down there. I already know what's down there. I want to get up here. I want to see what's up here, because whatever's up here is going to kind of trickle on down to what's going on down here. You feel me? Y'all get me? Am I getting too deep for y'all? But we'll move on, because I don't know if y'all got y'all panty liners on tonight. I don't want to mess nobody up, honey. Yeah, I don't want to mess nobody up. But Melody, honey, she's looking for a man that can cook, honey, and make her come when she call him. All right, now let's move on. We got to clean it up, because y'all know YouTube be tripping, honey. Be like, Caramel, watch your mother freaking mouth, because your ass be doing a lot over there. All right. So we got to watch our mouth a little bit. Let's move on, honey. America's other side chick who I despise, honey, who she kind of has a lot of traits like Arian. She kind of has this sense of entitlement. Kevin Hunter, which is Wendy Williams' ex side chick slash baby mama, okay. She is out here blaming Wendy Williams for her life being a total mess now that Wendy has stopped those alimony checks trickling on over to ex-husband Kevin Hunter. Okay, now Sharina's life right now is hell. Y'all know she's already left Kevin. She took the baby and she left. I think she put him on child support too, if I'm not mistaken. That I did read somewhere. She did put Kevin on child support. His life is going all the way down. He had to sell his house. He had to get rid of his cars. Like he had to like downsize all the way down because his checks stopped. His alimony checks stopped once Wendy Williams' show went away, okay? And his stupid ass didn't read his clause in the alimony agreement, which said that if and when her show is over with, then so does his check stop, okay? So he didn't read that. So he went back and tried to sue her. They were like, you didn't read the paperwork? It says right there in the paperwork, there's a clause in there that says that if and when her show ends, which is her main income, that you shall not receive any more alimony checks. So when she got sick, that was like the perfect time. She was like, yeah, and my show is going to stop. Because she was really not able to do it. She tried. Once she found out that she was sick with all this stuff going on, she tried to sit up there and do her show. She was just like, y'all remember the episode where she just kind of like this shit him when she had on the Halloween Statue of Liberty outfit where she just fell to the floor. I was like, Wendy, are you okay? But so yeah, those alimony checks stopped, honey, and baby. So Sharina, honey, Sharina is getting sued by a few companies that are now coming for her because her money is looking funny now that Wendy has stepped out of the picture and she is not getting this money and this lifestyle from Kevin Hunter. Now, there's this bank called Synchrononi. I can't even say the damn name. Bank. They're suing her to the tune of $10,000. Okay. Yeah, she racked up a credit card bill and did not pay the shit. So now they're suing her. And TJ Maxx is also suing her for a $3,000 bill that she got over there with them for a card that she got. Anybody else still shop at TJ Maxx? I don't remember the last time I shopped at TJ Maxx. But yeah, so she racked up this $3,000 bill at TJ Maxx. Two of her businesses were also shut down because she did not have the means to continue them, which was the money that she got from Kevin Hunter's alimony payments to him. He gave her all this money. I was just like, yo. So now, of course, Wendy Williams, you guys, she is currently living in Florida with her son. Her son is living in Florida, so they moved her to Florida so she can be closer to him so that he can kind of help her out since they've rebuilt their relationship again, okay? Yeah, so so she's living her best life in Florida right now, and she ain't worried about neither one of them hoes because, yeah, they tried to take her to the cleaners, baby, for her money. But Sharina's downfall, as they're saying, started rather in 2019 after, like I said, Wendy filed for divorce. Kind of like the Mel, Martel, and Arian situation. Like Mel was the one holding the bag. Once Mel divorced Martel, like the money just kind of stopped. Same thing with Sharina and Kevin Hunter and Wendy. So once Wendy stopped the bag and divorce, everything just stopped. Their lifestyle changed dramatically. Okay. So of course, you guys know Sharina Hudson cheated with Wendy's ex-husband for like 15 years. Wendy says she knew about it. She tried to convince Kevin to stop cheating with her, but he would not stop cheating. But she stayed in her marriage because she still loved him. I was just like, girl, 15 years, bitch, no. Who would stand with somebody for 15 years and let them cheat? So the drawing board for her was when she found out that Sharina was pregnant and had the daughter from Kevin. She was like, okay, it's time to go because really I'm not trying to stay with him and he's got this outside baby. Okay, because yeah, no, I'm not doing that because he was already taking her money. He had already bought her a Maserati on Wendy's dime, like a whole bunch of shit. Bought this girl a house down the street from Wendy. Can you imagine your husband buying the side chick? Okay, a Maserati. Y'all know how much a Maserati costs for a nice one? About a good $60,000-$80,000. That's Wendy's money. Also bought her a house directly. When I say directly down the street from Wendy. So he would leave Wendy's house and go right up the street and go laying up with Sharina in the house that Wendy's money bought. Okay, nice home too. I looked it up online. The house was worth, I think, like $3.5 million. I looked it up. $3.5 million he took from Wendy to get the side chick a house. I said, bitch, no. All right. So they're saying, I'm reading too, that they're saying that Sharina's own family members did not agree with her relationship with Kevin because, of course, he was married. Of course, everybody knew who Wendy Williams was, but they said that her family tried to convince her, like, look, leave this dude alone. He's never going to marry you because he's married to Wendy. He's never going to leave her because she is the one with the money. If anything, yeah, you'll get extravagant gifts and all that, but he'll never make an honest woman out of you. And she felt like whenever she had the baby by Kevin, that he was going to officially leave Wendy, but that did not happen. As we all know, side chicks don't be pulling men like that. The wife always wind up leaving, just like Melody did with Martel. Martel was never going to leave Melody. Melody left Martel. He knew what side his bread was buttered on, like the old people say. He knew exactly what side that damn bread was buttered on. He wasn't about to be leaving Mel to go be with Arian. I mean, hell, he ain't trying to be with Arian right now. We're going to get into that later. All right. But they were saying that once Wendy Williams, like I said, was ordered to pay Kevin the alimony, that he gave Sharina all this money, where she opened several businesses. Once the money stopped, the businesses were shut down. So, you know, she got to pay taxes and all this stuff every year. She didn't have the money to do it. So 3 of the businesses I'm hearing that she had to shut down, and she opened a bunch of shit. Okay. So Kevin also paid Sharina's way through school for her to go back to school. He opened a barbershop, which that failed. Okay. And of course, like I already told y'all, her house and all these cars and stuff, at which Wendy actually confiscated the Maserati. Did y'all know that? Wendy had her private investigators following Sharina and found out where this girl was. When she was driving the car, she went downtown to go shopping. As soon as she got out of the car, Wendy had a tow truck to tow the damn Maserati up out of there. She came out of the store like, where the fuck is my car? Wendy had them came and down repossessed the damn car. But she was within right. It was bought with her money, so it was her car technically. And they tried to fight her on that. But she was like, bitch, that's my car. That's my car. So yeah. So your ass was on Pat and Charlie, which they call your feet, because you was out here thinking that you was the wife, Sharina. But like I said, her businesses did fail because she wasn't smart in business. And Wendy admitted that too. She was like, you know, she really is not smart like that. She just wants the money. She don't know how to run a business. So all this money that Kevin gave her, she did not invest it the right way. And she blew through it. And she lost out, honey. But she did drop Kevin after that money stopped, and it's a hot damn mess. But the money dried up. Like I said, TJ Maxx, they are suing her. And they're I'm also seeing too. Y'all remember we talked about Miss Jones, not to jump around too much. Miss Jones, the girl that was talking about Diddy tried to throw her in a trunk of a car. We talked about it in, I think, Car Chronicles. She also talks about she has her own, I think, podcast or radio station at 97.7 The Block. Okay, that's where she is. She has said that Kevin Hunter sent some hitmen, you guys, to her studio when she did a story about Kevin being seen out with another woman other than Sharina and was cheating on Wendy. So she talked about that on her show. And Kevin got wind of that, and she said that Kevin Hunter sent some hitmen to her studio to try to take her out because she was talking too much and telling his business. Now, Wendy, like I said, already knew about Sharina. She didn't know about these other women that he was seeing. So she had already accepted the fact that he was seeing Sharina. She didn't like it, but she knew he wasn't going to stop seeing her. So she became comfortable with their 15-year relationship. All right. But when Miss Jones came out and said, hey, Kevin is also seeing other women having affairs in other places as well, Wendy, Kevin sent some hitmen over there to do something to Miss Jones. Okay. So yeah, I was like, damn, Kevin sounded like he was a dangerous guy. Yeah, yeah. Everybody okay? That's it, Tyra. What's wrong with Tyra? Is Tyra okay? Something happened? I don't want to be in y'all business in the chat or whatever. Let's see. Prayers for her father. Okay, whatever's going on with her father's prayers for her girl. I thought something happened to Tyra. I was like, whoa, prayers for your father and whatever is going on. Oh Lord, it's always something, ain't? All right, but as I said, Wendy, she did move to Florida. All right. So long story short, honey, karma has spun the block on Sharina, honey. Sharina Hudson. She is broke. She's lost her businesses, and she's being sued from the credit card companies and from the bank, honey, that she done put Wendy's money in that she ain't got the money to pay for. Now, see, $3,000 was nothing to her. $3,000 was chump change when she was with old Kevin and they was taking Wendy's money. And now that they asses ain't together no more and Wendy done stopped that bag, now her ass is really starting to see what it feels like to be in the real world, to be an old regular schmegular old girl out here that can't pay your damn bills. You could have paid that $3,000. Had Whitney kept that money coming in, but that's what your ass get. That's what the Lord will do for you when you be out here playing with folk like that. But let's continue. Oh, okay, that's my son teacher. All right, so let's get on, honey. This story right here, honey, I watched this and I said, okay, I want to share it with my Caramelians because, baby, listen, it's some hot ass men out here. It's some sorry, hot, messed ass men out here. So this woman that I ran across, she's a TikToker. Her name is Gail Lewis, and she caught her husband, you guys, in a full-blown affair. He tried to lie his way out of it. She actually caught his ass at the airport. Okay, you guys are going to see that in part 1 of the interview. Video. It goes up to like a part 3. All right, and she's going to tell her story and break down what she saw, how she found out he was cheating, and how he flew this girl like to Paris and other places, and he was telling his wife that he was going out of town for like business corporate meetings, but he was taking this side chick who he had been seeing for quite some time and spending the money. Okay. Yes, they said, Caramel girl, the plot thickens with Miss Gail. Yes, so we got to watch this, honey, because, baby, when I tell you I saw it, it was juicy. I said, oh, we are totally talking about this tonight because there's some women out there that might be going through this. So when I share these stories, guys, I'm sharing these stories so that you guys can, kind of see on the inside of some things. And you never know, you might run across a situation like that and you'll be able to deal with it. And, but yeah, y'all know we advocate for women a lot over here on this channel. So when we see things like this, I like to talk about it. So we're going to get into what Miss, what's her name? Miss Lewis had to say. Beautiful woman. So I don't know why he cheated on her. He wanted a younger woman, obviously. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So this is him at the airport. All right.
Hey y'all, well, it's story time in regards to the video I posted this morning of my husband and his mistress at the Atlanta airport. So let me just preface this by saying I'm a nice person, I'm a sweet person. I'll do anything for my family and my friends. And I'll help anybody out. Try to stay in my own
Wait a minute. I don't mean to stop. Did y'all say that Gail was a confessed side chick? She's in denial about it. What? Did y'all really say that? Okay, hold on. Let me put my mount up because I don't know if I want to hold this for this long. Y'all, did y'all really say that she was a side chick? She was a whole wife, y'all. Who is saying that Gail was a side chick? Y'all think Gail was a side chick? She was a wife who wanted her husband. Did y'all watch the same video I watched? Somebody said Gail was a glorified side chick. How so? How was Gail a side chick? Can y'all tell me that before we watch the video? Because I'm interested to hear your take on this. Because I've watched the video and I don't see where she was no side chick. Okay. Her husband's out here cheating and on the bullshit out here. Let me mount this thing up, honey. Because yeah, this shit here is juicy. Her story is very, very juicy, honey, in terms of what she went through. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know if she was a side chick, but let's start this shit.
Hey man,
all right, so let me mount it up. Sorry.
His name, I was like, just give me the flight information. If I typed it in, I just need the flight information. You don't need his name. So he was adamant about me giving the name. So I gave him the name. He comes back a few minutes later and he says, Mr. Such and Such and Miss what's her name landed 20 minutes ago. So I'm in shock because I've been married 25, 26 years and I'm thinking I'm just married to this outstanding, upstanding citizen. So I said, no, just his name. I don't know who that other person is, but just his name. And the guy states again, he was like, Mr. Such and Such and Miss what's her name just landed a few minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago. So I'm sitting in the Kroger parking lot like, what does this mean? I'm in a state of shock, actually. So my head is spinning by this time. My blood pressure's going up. And I'm like, what does this mean? So I'm like, okay. So Lord. Right after that, my husband calls. And I was trying to hold it in and trying to hold what I was feeling in. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm going to wait till he gets to the house. Because he was like, oh, I missed you. It's been a long, long week. This is the hardest money I ever earned. But I wish you could have gone with me. And I was like, okay, well, you can tell me about your trip when you get home. So, okay, stand by, y'all, for the rest.
Ooh,
so, okay, y'all. So when he comes home, I greet him at the door, give him a hug and a kiss and ask him about his trip while he's unpacking. And so I'm like, show me some pictures from your trip. And he was like, oh, I didn't take any pictures. I was running around working and we were just so busy and on the go. We were just, just going to and fro. So I was like, oh, okay. So we go to have dinner. I was like, hey, I called the airlines to see what time your flight was getting in. And I said, they told me there was someone else on your itinerary. And I tell him the person's name. And he was like, who was that? And I was like, I don't know. You tell me. He was like, oh, I don't know who that is. And he was like, he said, they must have made a mistake. So I was like, well, okay. So I went along with it, but something about it, my spirit just was not feeling right. So I was like, something about this is just not right. So that night when we go to bed, he's sleeping over there, just a snoring. I'm over there tossing and turning because I was like, something about this just does not feel right. So something tells me in the morning when you get up, go check your credit card bills that are on the counter. So the credit card bills are all stacked up out on our kitchen counter, and I don't open them because I don't pay the bill. I mean, it's the American Express bill each month. They be high. So I was like, I ain't got none on it, so no need for me to open them. But that was my account, and I added him to it years ago, and I just let him open it, open the bill and pay it. And there was sometimes I would open it, but most times I would just look at my portion of it and just keep it moving. So that morning when I get up, I go to church, and he tells me that he had to leave because he had to catch up on work and all that kind of stuff later on in the day. So I was like, okay. So I go to church, and when I come back from church, I get ready to go to the Falcon game. But something was like, check one of those credit card bills before you go. When I open up that bill, the woman that the airline employee mentioned that was on his itinerary, her name was up and down my credit card bill. Flights here, flights there, flights to Paris, Delta vacations, a country here, an island there. So I'm thinking this was in 1 month. So I'm sitting there like, what in the world? So by this time, y'all, I'm steaming, and I got to go to this Falcon game with my girlfriends and try to act like I'm having a good time. But the whole time, my mind is racing. So I was like, okay. So I come home that night. I stack up all those bills. I got bills for like 8 months worth of bills. Actually, that was October. So 10 months. I pulled from December of 21 to October of 22. And when I tell you, it was very telling. This woman's name was on every one of my bills for each of those months several times. So while I thought he was out working and telling me that I couldn't travel with him because, he didn't want to get distracted. Oh, he had a travel mate, all right. He had one. Stand by for part 3. So I go through all these credit card bills, finds this girl's name for months on my credit card bills for the last 10 months specifically. So at that time, I try to call his phone, call my husband's phone and text him. No answer, no text back. So I called his boy's house because he told me he was going to his boy's house to watch football. No answer from him. So I texted him and was like, hey, is he with you? No answer back. Then all of a sudden, here come my phone ringing. It's my husband. Like, oh, I ran out to get something to eat. Like, what's up? And I was like, oh, you know what's up. I said, and I started repeating the girl's name. And he was like, why you keep saying that name? And I was like, I kept saying the name. So he was like, well, I don't understand why you keep calling that name. And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, your gig is up. I was like, you nasty motherfucker. I was like, your gig is up. So he was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm on my way home. I was like, bring your ass on home. I was like, come home. Because by this time, I'm furious. So I hang up the phone. I'm just like livid, y'all. I promise you. I think my blood pressure was on like 1,000 that day. So he comes in, and he come in like all Billy Bad, like, why you keep mentioning that name? And I was like, you tell me why I keep mentioning that name. So I was like, I'm going to ask you this. I said, I'm going to ask you one time. I said, no, I know the truth. I was like, was such and such on this flight with you? He was like, no, I don't know why you keep mentioning that name. I don't know who that is. I said, I'm going to ask you one more motherfucking time and know that I know the truth. Don't lie to me. And it was like this mask fell off of him. And he sat down in his chair and he was like, yeah, she was with me. And I was like, okay. I said, so that's your girlfriend? He was like, yeah. I said, well, how long you been with her? He said, a couple of years. And I was like, okay. So by this time, I can't hold it together. I mean, all I remember doing, I remember crying, and I had a really, really bad headache. And all he said to me was, this was what he says was really kind of like cut me. He was like he was relieved. He was like, at least I ain't got to lie no more. I'm sorry I hurt you, but at least I don't have to lie anymore.
Oh, hell no.
So by this time, I'm like, say what now? So I'm screaming, I'm yelling. My son's upstairs. He comes down, goes back up, because I was like, everything's fine. But my head is like hurting like really, really bad, guys. So I come back to my bathroom to try to get some medicine. So I was like, let me take my blood pressure. Blood pressure was like 190 over 110 or some crazy shit like that. So I was like, I got to get to a hospital. So stand by. Mm-hmm. It gets more interesting.
Woo, child. So we got more. There's another one, okay? Stay right there, child. Don't y'all leave. Woo, child. Baby.
So by this time, my head is banging, and I know I need to go to the hospital. I know something is wrong. Okay. So, of course, I'm crying. I'm hysterical, trying to put my clothes on. He's trying to touch me and pet me up like, oh, I'm just so sorry that I made you feel this way. Now, didn't really have any compassion in his voice, any of that kind of stuff. So I was like, don't touch me. So I drive myself to the airport. He was like, I'll drive you. I was like, I said, I'll take my chances. I drive myself to the airport. I get there. Blood pressure is off the charts to the point they're like, ma'am, you're about to have a stroke. You got to calm down. And I really couldn't even talk. So they were like, you got to calm down. So they call my doctor. We get the medicine. They try to get it under control. So I'm there for a couple of hours. So I come home and he's sitting on the couch eating Cheetos. Like, ain't shit happened, right? He comes in like, oh, what they say? And I was like, they said, they got my pressure, kind of down because it went all the way down. As I go see a doctor in the morning. So that night I could not sleep. I cried all night long to the point when I got up that morning, I really couldn't even see. My eyes were so swollen. So I'm tore up, right? So I go out later that morning. He's upstairs. I come upstairs because I slept in another bedroom. He's around here like, like doo-doo-doo. Like, he having a good day and shit. Like, his burdens is light. Mine heavy, but his is light. So I come up and then he's out in our family room and I was like, look, I said, I don't know. And I'm still in a state of confusion. So I was like, I don't know what happened last night. And I was like, I don't know what I've done wrong. Because by this time I'm blaming myself. I was like, I know I'm getting older, but I try to keep myself up. I try to look nice, do whatever I can as a wife. I was like, I've tried my best. So I don't even know what I could have done or what I can do. So I'm taking the blame. And he was like, oh, it's not you. Like, it's not you. So, but I'm like, no, like, it's got to be me. He was like, no, he's like, you're a good wife. You've been a really good wife. So I was like, well, I'll tell you what. I was like, I'm confused here. I say, so what we need to do, I was like, I think we need to sell the house. Let's move away, try to start over. You go to counseling. I go to counseling. We do some counseling and we start over. So he was kind of like real smug with it. Like, well, if that's what you want, like, yeah, we can do that. So I was like, well, what about her? Are you going to stop seeing her? So he paused for like 20 seconds and kind of tilted his head to the side. He was like, I ain't going to tell you I'm going to stop seeing her. And I was like, then you want a divorce? He was like, oh, I don't want a divorce. He was like, I ain't going to let nobody fuck up my money. And I was blown away. Y'all, when he hit me with I don't want a divorce, but I'm going to keep seeing her because I ain't going to let nobody fuck up my money. Let me tell you something. That was definitely the wrong answer and told me everything I needed to know about him, about the marriage, and what I needed to do next. So for the next couple of days, I'm still in a state of confusion. And I remember once I found the girl's name, I went to Instagram, good old Instagram. You go look there, you find anything. So I look up her name, I see her, and I'm really like feeling down. I'm like, oh my God, like she's beautiful. He wants him someone younger. Like I ain't all that. So I'm just tearing my ass up. So, my girls called later that day. My best friend called that morning and was checking in on me. And I was trying to hide it from her, but I couldn't. So I'm like in a ball of tears, tell her what's happened. She's in a state of shock. And usually she always got something to say, but she was left speechless. So she calls my other girlfriend. She calls. We all in a state of shock. Everybody's tore to pieces. So that day, after, I tell them what happened and everything, everybody, we just call it, we all were shocked. So the next day I go and meet with them because I see this girl on Instagram and I'm telling them about it. So they asked me to come out to lunch, have lunch with them, my two girlfriends. So, because they needed to tell me something. So, and I bring it up. I was like, well, I see her pictures on Instagram. And I was like, she's pretty. And they were like, girl, she ain't all that damn pretty. Like, that's filters and plastic surgery and a whole bunch of other shit. Like, girl, it ain't even all that. And they were like, and kind of, it's like, we ain't trying to offend you. Y'all actually kind of favor each other. Like, she may be the younger version of you. So I'm thinking, like, I don't look like her. Like, that girl's, pretty. Like, it's I don't look like that. So in the interim, I was like, well, at least I said they don't have any pictures of themselves up on her Instagram. So my girlfriends was like, that's why we needed to meet with you. Because they were like, there is a picture out there. So by this time, y'all, I'm devastated. So our food tries to come. We have papados. Food comes. I'm so distraught from tears and looking a hot mess. Couldn't really even eat. And we went into how bad off I was. You bad off when you can't do this. We needed to pray over our food. I couldn't even put my hands together to pray. I have never had that to happen. I couldn't even pray. I literally put my head down on the table while they were saying a prayer and cried. And basically they made me try to eat because I really could not eat anything. So it was just a complete mess. So when I get home, my husband, he was actually gone. I think he was gone, but he claimed he had a trip or something. And then he tells me when he did come home, like, well, I need to talk to you because I think we need a little break. So he was like, you need a break so you can think about some things. And I was like, huh? Like, I need to think about some things. He was like, yeah, you need a break so you can think about some things. So yeah, to add insult to injury, he tells me he needs to go away for 3 to 6 months for me to think about some things and to think some things over. And I was like, I need to think some things over. I was like, I don't need to think about anything. He was like, yeah, I need to go away so you can think about some things. So I'm like, okay. And this is a straw that broke the camel's back when he said this. And I knew that this man actually had no love for me and that he had been planning for a long time. He was like, yeah, and if you find somebody in that 3 to 6 month time frame, I'll understand. Now, who tell their spouse that? Hell no. If they really love you, they don't want you all sleeping with nobody else. Not if everybody normal, ain't nobody sick or doing anything like that. So I knew then, I was like, I don't have but one other option. Divorce is the only option for me. And I tell you, I prayed about it, asked God about it. And when I tell you, he was sending me signs. If you listen, he will send you signs. And he sent me sign after sign after sign, y'all. So I did. I filed for divorce. And each day I've gotten stronger. And I think my husband thought that, I don't know what he thought about me or what kind of person I was, but because he knew how I felt about infidelity. And I always used to tell him, hey, if something ever happens, tell me on the front end. Because I'm going to hurt one way or the other, on the front end or on the back end. Just let me know. But don't play me for no fool. So I guess he thought he got boo-boo the fool over here. So I was like, okay. And from this girl that you saw in the video, yeah, she knew about me. He would have her at restaurants, hotels, games, had other women serving me my drinks. They'd feet under my table speaking to me. And he's sleeping with all these women. That is humiliating, y'all. So, you know what? I was like, if you give me shit to taste, I'm going to let you taste it back. So to the airport video, yeah, I was shocked. I was dismayed because that was my first time seeing them. I knew it eventually that I would see them out somewhere. It's Atlanta, and hey, it's a small town. So it's a big town, but it's a small town too. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try my best to be classy and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes that just don't work. Because when you go in a gutter, when people go gutter with you, and I have to apologize to Michelle Obama, Girl, when you said that, when they go low, we go high, that ain't my motto. Because when they go low, I go lower. I go gutter. I'm going gutter. I'm going to swim down with the rest with your ass. So I was like, okay, yeah. So she knew, and she was on Instagram sending all her little subliminal messages and all of that. Like, yeah, okay, I got you, girl. But y'all, when all this is over, I got a little story to tell about her and the rest of his story too. Our story. It's actually our story. This is my story to tell. So I'll share more with you all, but let me tell you something that's a cautionary tale. If you all want to move on, just say you want to move on, y'all. Because if you fuck around, you definitely going to find out. And just like him, my husband got the 1 and the 2. Be good. Y'all hear from me later. Bye.
Child, that was a lot to take in. Damn. I'm reading y'all comments. Y'all had me over here like, damn. Oh my God, what y'all think about that? Okay. Is it say what chat? Says the choir singing and fucking down. Oh, child. Y'all, that was a lot to take in. Damn. He got a lot of traits like Martel, does he not? Damn, he had like Martel. Why do these men feel like they can have the wife and the side chick too? What is going on with our men? I don't understand it. And then my thing is there are always signs there are always red flags there, and you gotta, intuition is everything. I say that all the time. I pay attention to everything, so I would know if some shit be going down because I'm nosy. And I am gonna always be on my shit. Like, you're not gonna get it past me. You're not gonna get it past me. Like, and I'm not trying to be babysitting no man either, but I'm not gonna be oblivious to shit that just don't seem normal. You know what I mean? If you know your man, then you know your man, and you know when shit be off as a woman. Okay. And I'm just that way. I'm old school with mine. I know if some shit be off, okay? I know when something bothers my husband, he ain't got to say nothing. That's just how well I know him, and vice versa. So you can't tell me that you didn't have any signs that some shit was going on in your house with your man, and then for him to have the damn audacity to say he gonna leave for 6 to 8 months, and so that you can figure your shit out when he the one cheating. Girl, bye. Now, I'm seeing y'all put in the chat that she was a whole side chick and that she was messing with him while he was married. Well, bitch, I can't feel sorry for you on that, because you are right. How you get them is, how you damn lose them. How you get them is damn how you lose. These women out here cannot be marrying these men and get with these men that was already married, and then you done got the man. That's the same shit that Gabrielle Union did with Dwayne. He was married to Sylvan Wayne, and damn Gabrielle Union done convinced him to leave his wife to be with her. And now look at all the problems they're having. He run around with men and women, and she just got to deal with that shit. And a lot of women deal with stuff like that when you messing with somebody else's man. Shit, what do you think? Then you want to bring God in it? I can't even pray right. What you praying for, girl? How you praying that the Lord bless your marriage and he won't really your man? Like, how is you? This shit crazy. All right, so I made some little notes while I listened to this bullshit. I said, oh my God. A part of me kind of felt sorry for her a little bit, but I mean, maybe if you're a side chick, I don't know. I don't vouch for side chicks on this channel. No, ma'am. All right, so like I said, she was saying she caught her husband in an Atlanta airport, of course, blasted them, okay? She tells her story. She's saying that in October 29th of 2022 that her husband went to Europe, honey, for a corporate trip. He had to do some type of speaking engagement, okay? He was speaking to that WAP is what he was speaking to, John. Hey, don't pow the messenger. I'm just letting you know. He was speaking to that WAP. He was telling you he was out of town for a speaking engagement, but he was out of town speaking to her WAP, honey. He was speaking to her WAP. But anyway, she said she was married to him for 25 years, so damn. And I'm gonna guess probably the majority of the damn marriage, he was probably stepping out and cheating. I saw you guys put it in the chat that there was some STDs going on with other women, like shit, like your pH balance won't never off, like some things won't going on with you that just did not seem right with your body. Because women, you know, I mean, damn, you gotta look at signs. I don't know why people don't look at signs. That shit crazy. All right, so she says she calls up to find out what time her husband's flight land. All right, she said she asked for Mr. So-and-so, and they told her that Mr. and Miss so-and-so landed about 20 minutes ago. And she was like, whoa, no, not Miss, just Mr. And they was like, no, Miss. So she goes home like nothing is going on and waiting on his ass to come home. He is acting like ain't shit going on. That, hey, it was just him, just a whole nother day. You can tell he really didn't give a fuck about her no more. He had already checked out of this marriage. He was totally mentally, physically, psychologically invested in this new girl that he was seeing because he didn't give a hot damn. Even when she was talking about her head was hurting, she might have to go to the hospital. He was like, all right, bitch, let me know how that shit turn out. I'll be here eating these fucking Cheetos. Like, let me know. He didn't give a damn. If she would have killed over right there, he would probably been like, I'm gonna finish these bag of Cheetos and then I might call 911 because I kind of don't care right now. That's the feeling it gave me. That's a cold mother sucker. That's a cold mother sucker. He didn't give a damn about her. But let's continue, child. All right, she's saying she went home. She says that she tried to play it cool. His ass walked in the door. He came in like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? How was your day? Da, 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 da. It would have been hard for me to kind of play along knowing there's some shit like that going on because I'm bad at pretending. I don't pretend. If I'm not fucking with you, you don't really get nothing out of me. I'm not a pretender. If I don't fool with you, you will know it because I don't fool. I can't play along. I couldn't have done that. So shout out to her for being able to do it. I could not. All right. So she also says that she asked him to see pictures from their trip, and he's saying he took none. Another red flag. Who goes out of town? You never take no pictures. Like you don't have any memories. You going to all these great places, Paris and you know London and all these places. You took not one picture. Red flag. You don't want to show me the damn picture because the bitch is in the pictures with you. You like this. She over here, you here, so y'all take a picture together. That's why you can't show that shit. All right. So he denied that there was a person on the trip when she brought it up. Okay. She said they went to bed that night. He was knocked out asleep. He ain't have a care in the world. See, she done brought the shit up. Ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. He didn't care. He went to bed snoring like it was nothing. Okay. Crazy. But she said she laying there, could not sleep. This was bothering her. She's trying to figure out, okay, why is this motherfucker over here snoring? And I just brought up this bitch to him and he had like, he don't give a damn. Well, ma'am, he didn't give a damn. All right. So she said that she got up the next morning and she checked the credit card bills. All right. Women always check the credit card bills in that damn phone log because that's going to always tell you what your man been doing. She said she got up that morning, honey, and went to church, honey, and came back home and saw the woman's name on the credit card bill, all right, and saw that they had been out of the country numerous times, all right, in just 1 month. So he been flying, she been flew out on that damn credit card numerous times within a month. And you didn't know that? Like, how many speeches you got to do in a month? I get it, corporate people do fly all the time, but fuck. Like, how many fucking speeches are you doing in a month where you got to go to London, you got to go to Paris, you got to go to England, you got to go to the DR? Like, this motherfucker was flying out of the country, like, a lot of places. And he was taking this side chick, and she ain't no shit. Yeah. So she says there were 10 months of bills, you guys, that were stacked up, okay, with this woman's name on the credit card bills numerous times where he was paying to fly her ass out, all right? She said that she called her husband's phone. Y'all guys heard that. She called her husband's phone to see where he was, what he was doing, because he hadn't been home in a minute. And she also texted him. He didn't hit her back. He didn't text her back. He didn't call her back. He didn't text her back, which is a telltale sign he's with the bitch. He can't call you if she right here because she gonna have questions. Why you calling her? What you calling her for? He can't talk to you right when the bitch is standing right there because he can't be in the phone with, oh, I love you. Oh, this is my wife. She don't want to hear that shit. If you done lied to your wife to come over here and be with this chick, then you supposed to be with her. She don't give a damn about the wife at home crying and in her feelings because you're out with her. So he just chose to not answer the phone, which I felt was very disrespectful because what if she had an emergency? You didn't answer the phone or her text if she's asking you to call her. Even though she was the side bitch, okay? I see y'all in the comments like, but Cameron, she was the side bitch. But, all right. So she says that she continued to, once he came home, she continued to repeat the side chick's name. He kept denying it. So he wasn't ready to come clean with this individual. But he, of course, as you can see, had feelings for her and was in love with this girl because he was protecting her. And that's what a lot of men who are cheating do. Like Martel, he stayed protecting Arian. Anytime you ask Martel about Arian, no, I'm not dating her. I'm not dating her. She's just my friend. She's just the father of she's just the mother of my son. No, I'm not dating her. But then you get in the interview, Tasha K, and oh, that's my woman. That was my woman. Shut up, Martel. All right. So he denied, like I said, the woman on the flight. Don't know why he kept doing that. Because if a woman is asking questions 9 times out of 10, men, if you're in my chat, if we're asking you questions, especially when we call the bitch name out, just go ahead and admit the shit because we already know what it is. Like, how the fuck would we know the woman's name? That lets you know that we done did some digging and we know what's up. So the fact that you keep denying it is going to only push us to get more pissed off. We already know. Women, if we asking questions, we know. But let's continue. All right, so we get into the part 2 segment to where she says that her husband is trying to console her and she needs to go to the hospital. All right, her blood pressure is high, 190 over 100 or something like that. She was saying she almost had a stroke, crying and stressed out behind this man who's been obviously cheating on her for years. All right, stroke will take you out of here, honey. Blood pressure will take you up out of here. So is that worth it to be with somebody who you now know has been disrespecting the fuck out of you for over 10 months? You saw the bills for 10 months where he been flying her out. I mean, shit, it shouldn't have been a decision. It shouldn't have been where you need to sit down and have a conversation. Obviously, that's where his heart and his mind is. 10 months is a long motherfucking time to be flued out somewhere with another bitch on your arm, acting as your wife, spending the household funds. Okay? Somebody said he didn't care. Absolutely not. All right, she said that she cried all night. She was upset, and she actually slept in another room because she didn't want to sleep beside his ass that night. All right? I would have told him to get his shit and get out, but go off. So she says that he's not giving, first of all, a fuck and does not care about the fact that she is crying, and she begins to blame herself, which a lot of women tend to do that. When they think about this man being with another woman, the first thing in their mind is, first of all, I want to see this bitch because I want to see if she measure up to me. Can she hold a candle to me? Is she more beautiful than me? Is she a younger woman? She have all these things going through her mind, trying to figure out what is it that you see in this bitch that you don't see in me. And she's not a bad looking girl. Not a bad looking girl. But the side chick was serving the girls. From the pictures that I saw, I was like, damn, okay. At least he got great taste. He has a type. He definitely has a type, okay? I said, no, ma'am, I'm not a troll. We got any trolls in the house? Mars, if we got troll, y'all get them out of here, all right? We ain't got time for that if you're a troll. But welcome, troll. Please hit the like button if you're here, if you're a troll. All right? Now, it says that she looked up the girl's IG. Now, that's, y'all know, that's just one of the telltale signs. Women, if you ever get cheated on, the first thing you want to know is who is this bitch you want to investigate. Women, we are investigators by heart. We are going to look the bitch up. We're going to be on her Facebook account. We're going to look through every one of the bitch pictures and hope that your husband ain't up or your man ain't up on that damn page in no pictures with this bitch, because then we're going to be in pull-up mode, okay? Why do we want to be always fighting the girl versus him? Why do we do that? Why do anybody ever roll up on another woman and put paws on them and the man is the one that your ass need to be putting paws on? Not that I promote violence all the time, but stop rolling up on the woman when it's his ass, okay? Unless she's talking shit. Now, if she's talking shit, then you got to do what you got to do out here. If she's talking, because you got a lot of them that's like Arian. You got a lot of these chicks out here that's like Arian that be on the chomp, to be talking a lot of shit. When they know that the side chick and fucking disrespected you, like she called the house and told Melody, I ain't called to talk to you, put Martel on the phone. Bitch, what? Excuse me? And you done been up in my house? And you done took a selfie on my damn bed? Okay. Them type. So she was fucking disrespectful. So she done had to look her ass up on IG. She done looked at her. She saw she was a younger woman. So she's like, okay, there's some competition here. I see why he fucking with this girl. Okay, she's much younger, which then makes her start to doubt herself and feel insecure, which a lot of times that happens when you look at the other bitches, she popping like that. You like, okay, maybe I need to do a few more sit-ups. Maybe I need to get some lipo. Maybe, y'all know, maybe I need to be like Tisha and go get a few BBLs, you know, so my husband still won't come home no more, because that's what he said. But anyway, no shade, but shade. All right, so she shares with her homegirls, okay, who I felt like should have told her the shit earlier than that. Like, bitch, why is you taking me out to eat and y'all done been sitting on this information? Like, now I got to question our friendship, because, bitch, if you've been sitting on information knowing my husband been out here creeping and you got pictures of the bitch, I'm kind of side-eyeing you right now, too. I'm gonna need you to come up off the information a little bit sooner than that, all right? And don't you see me here breaking down. I'm at Papados, which is one of my favorite spots, because I told y'all I like seafood. Like, bitch, I might be going through it, but we're going to eat if we're going to Papados. All right, we'll think about this whole later. I'm about to eat. We at Papados? Yeah, we're going to eat. But, So she says that her girlfriends, her homegirls, took her out to eat to kind of get her mind off shit. She wanted to talk to them and tell them what was going on. She had already been talking to them about the affair. My thing is this. You talk to them on the phone, and not one time did they bring this shit up that they knew about it. But they wait until they take your ass out to get you in public so that you can further break down and show you pictures of this bitch. Why folk come, though? I need to hear this shit at the house just in case I need to do an ugly cry. Nobody want to be sitting in Papados with the ugly cry looking at pictures of the side bitch and y'all been sitting on it. Because I might have to windmill on one of my homegirls for holding out on me. Nah. All right, so she goes to lunch, like I said, with her homegirls. They begin to talk about this new side chick, honey, the new girlfriend. So the girlfriends are telling her, all right, that the new girlfriend, of course, is a younger version of her. Like, don't insult me like that. Don't be telling me the girl is a younger version of me. Just say she's a younger girl, because then that's going to make me mad, and I'm going to feel like y'all trying to shade me a little bit, and that y'all kind of on y'all ha-ha just a little bit. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? All right, so she's saying that the wife's friend, honey, found out that there was a picture of the husband and the side chick out there, because she was saying, well, I don't think that there's no pictures out there on social media. I hope it ain't. They were like, whoa, before your hopes get too high, baby. Yes, there are pictures. We saw it. And matter of fact, we got one right here. Look. So, yes, there was on that. So the wife, like I said, she was hurt, and she said she could not pray at her dinner. Like I said, baby, I might not pray, but I damn sure gonna eat if I'm at Papados. That's one of my favorite spots. All right, so now they're saying that the husband, when she got home, the husband, honey, told her when she returned that she needed a break, rather. Now, how you gonna tell me when the fuck I need a break when you out here stepping out all of 10 months or more, digging women out and catching some bumps along the way? Okay. So, yes, so the hubby told her, honey, that she needed to when she returned home, that she needed a break, okay, for her to think things over. What is there to think about if you're cheating for 10 months? Okay. Pretty much this is a relationship with this other woman at this time. So it's really nothing to think about. So he is saying that he's going to be leaving from anywhere to 3 to 6 months. Okay. I'll be damned if you're going to leave me in this house and hop your ass on a plane with the side chick and you gone for 3 to 6 months, digging her out every night, sleeping beside her. She's snoring in your ear. You snoring in her ear. She got her leg thrown over you. Y'all going out to a nice dinner. You spending money on her, going shopping, all the shit that you do for me. And I just supposed to sit home and think about shit and where I want to go, knowing that that's where you at. Nigga, bye. It's the audacity for me. It's like he literally played all in this area. And she was just like, it was like she was just too calm for me. For you to be a sister, she was a little too calm for me. Okay. Somebody say sometimes you gotta be better. Okay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, hands and feet, baby. It's a straight up A-town stomp when you go there with me. Oh, I'm gonna leave for about 3 to 6 months, and I'm taking the side bitch with me. And you figure out, you think about some things. All right, we're gonna be gone for 3 to 6 months. You think about some things. It's gonna be a straight up A-town stomp all the way up and down your spine, baby. You're gonna get the A-town stomp up and down your spine when you go there with me. Just know it. Now that I promote violence all the time. All right. Now she says that she eventually went ahead after that because she was pissed off after he said that to her. Like, bitch, it's the audacity. She says she files for a divorce. Okay, he didn't give a fuck. Obviously, he didn't give a hot damn. Obviously. All right. Also, they're saying that the girlfriend knew about the wife. Okay. Also says that the girlfriend also sent the wife subliminals. Okay. So she didn't give a damn, obviously, about the wife. Of course, he told the side chick, because there's always two stories in this situation when the man is cheating. Okay. He had to tell her, me and my wife, we're probably getting a divorce, because y'all know that's always the thing that they tell them. Either the wife and I are getting a divorce, or we're in the middle of a separation and we're not sleeping together, but we're just kind of still staying in the same house and we're in the process of divorce. So then the side chick, she kind of feels like, oh, okay, well, let's go ahead and do our thing. If you don't care shit, I'm not going to care more than you for your situation. So she felt comfortable being out with this man who she knew was married and in a whole situation with this wife. And she felt the need to disrespect this wife because of shit that the husband was saying. Pillow talking. It's always the pillow talking with the husband and the side chick, kind of like Martel with Arian. So he opened the door for Arian to disrespect the fuck out of Mel, same way this side chick was doing with the wife. Because if you respected her, you would say, look, even though you and I are fucking around, what you will not do is fucking disrespect my wife. I know we doing what we should not be doing, but that's my wife. You will not fucking disrespect her because she don't have shit to do about this situation right here. Okay. And that's what I have a problem with these men. And not that I condone the shit that he was doing, but don't ever let a side bitch disrespect your wife, because that's still your fucking wife, especially when you got kids with her. Like, at no point in time is that shit okay. And that's when people get a whole Angela Bassett moment on your ass. That's what make people be in that orange jumpsuit when you allow a person to push and push and push because you already mad because you found out the shit was going on. And then the fact that you allow this side chick to step outside of her cube and talk shit like that just really amps up the ass whooping for you. But let's continue. All right. She said the girlfriend was sending subliminals, which is what the young ones do. The young ones be on that bullshit. When you're a grown woman, you cheating with her, you don't really be on that bullshit. Well, I'm out with your man. See the picture. That's what the young bitches do. Older women who cheating with another woman, they don't be on that shit. They enjoying the man. They doing what they do. Older women know when they side chicks like that, you shut your ass up and enjoy the moment and do what you do. They don't be on that bullshit like that, like Arian, to be announcing yourself and taunting the wife. Nah, when you're a grown, mature woman, you don't be on that bullshit. Your focus is on the man and enjoying the moment. Never been a side chick. Don't desire to be one, but that's just my interpretation of what a grown-ass woman should do and how she should conduct herself if you choose to be a side chick to somebody else's husband. Why the games? Why are you attacking the wife? What the fuck did she do to you? Do you feel threatened by her in some type of way? Do you feel threatened by the wife? What the hell did the wife do to you? It's always the attack on the fucking wife. All right, so let's continue. My question is, like I said, why do the side chicks always feel entitled to come for the wife? Okay. And the fact that the husband spent thousands of dollars flying out this side chick, I would ask for that shit back in the divorce. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna follow this closely because I know she said she filed for the divorce. I don't know, and if you know in the chat, do you know if their divorce is finalized or not? Because if he's making the type of money that they're saying he was making, they say he was loaded. He had a lot of money. Okay. If he's making the type of money that they were making, unless she signed a prenup agreement, a prenuptial, as they call it, then she should be sitting nice. She should be sitting nice, honey. I hope she had her ducks in a row because he sounds like a very slickster. She sounds like a slickster. I hope she had her ducks in a row. Maybe she got some alimony. If you were a kept wife and you stayed at home, you should receive something. And if you walked away from that bitch with nothing, then I don't know what to tell you because you ain't smart. Because you're not gonna step out on me for 10 whole months with a side bitch. And I'm a stay-at-home wife, which I'll never be because I'm too fucking independent. And I don't get nothing out of the deal. Bitch, no. It's given no. It's given no. All right, but that's all I got on that. That's all I got on. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that, honey. And when I find out a little bit more, because I want to know how this shit ended with their divorce. Because she says she filed. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some things that she's asking for in this divorce in terms of alimony. I know she's going to ask for some fucking alimony. Okay. I know she's going to ask for that shit. So, woman scorn, honey. They about to have them pockets like rabbit ears. And the way she was talking in her video, she was hurt. Okay. So, so hopefully she got her a great attorney and he can pay them attorney's fees since it's his damn fault that they're getting a divorce. And she going to get her money. You were a side chick. You were his wife. He cheated on your ass. You cheated with him, but bottom line is you wound up being the wife. The shit happened to you. Go on and get your money and move on and live to be cheated on again. Shit. That's all I can say. Don't be out here messing with folk, man, if you don't want karma to spin the block on your ass. And that goes for any woman. How you get them, bitch, is how you lose them. The feeling feels good now, but it's going to come a time if cheating is in him. If he cheated to get with you, bitch, he going to cheat on you with somebody else. That's always how the shit ends. It's fun and games as long as shit is nice and sweet. As long as he taking your ass out and taking you shopping and cracking your back. But as soon as that young bitch walked by, as soon as she walked by, baby, and put that extra twist in that hip, and he do that once over like that, your ass is out of there, okay? It's going to be an oh well jingle bell for your ass, all right? So don't be out here thinking that it can't happen to you because you think you cute and your body is out here bodying. They don't give a fuck about that, okay? If you got a hole down under, this shit can happen. Let's move on, honey, because a man going to always be a man, and that's on period, all right? A man will always be a man. My tolerance level for shit like that just... It's just not that way, baby. I'm out. I be out. I don't want to hear all that. I'm sorry shit. Nah. Sorry, but I'm out. All right. You ain't got to leave. I can go. Because a bitch always keep an ace in the hole. I'm independent. I don't never put myself in a situation in any way for nobody to feel like they have to take care of me, or if I leave that I can't make it, because this person has done everything for me. Kind of like Arian, the situation. We're going to get in her in a minute because I pulled up some shit on her. We're going to talk about some stuff with her unstable ass, okay? But yeah, don't ever allow a person to put you in a situation where you can't take care of yourself. So if you want to leave, then it make the shit harder for you to be able to walk out the door because they're doing everything. Don't ever do that, women. Don't ever do that. Always have a backup plan for the backup plan so that you can have a backup plan. Did y'all catch that? Baby, have a backup plan for the backup plan. And when the backup plan have the backup plan, then baby, you got a backup plan. That's me. That's always how my mama always said, don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. Don't. And I don't ever foresee anything ever happening with my husband and I. We have a beautiful marriage. But baby, if the shit don't work out, caramel gonna be good over here. Do you hear me? I got my shit together. My shit is together. Okay? We still gonna drive what we drive. I'm gonna still live where I live. I'm gonna still have money in the bank, and I'm gonna get some of that money too. You hear that, baby? And I'm gonna be all right. Okay. And that's how you gotta be. You gotta think that way. You gotta think, what if? I always think, what if? I always think, what if? Because shit can go left. You just never know. A person can wake up the next morning and not be in love. What do you plan on doing? What is your plan? A person can wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? This don't work for me anymore. I'm not in love with you anymore. What is your plan? You gonna cry all day? Okay, what happens after you cry? You still got to figure this shit out. The mortgage still got to be paid. The car payment got to be paid. The lights and shit got to be paid. If you got children, they still got to, you got to still function and be mama and still carry on and make that shit pop and snap. Life don't stop because somebody walk away. Somebody said, I'm married and I still have an account that's just for me, baby. Okay, you better preach. You better preach. You better preach. You can get a joint, but you best believe you better have one on your own. Don't put all your shit together. Because you don't never know. That's the first thing they do when shit go left is grab that money and have your ass looking stupid. Look at what Martel did to Mel. Look at all the money he stole from Mel. $17,000 in one pop, and then turned around and stole some more. And he was stealing by the thousands from this woman. That's why she was acting a fool in that fucking video. Everybody was like, why the hell is she snapping on Martel like that? The motherfucker waited until she snapped when she realized that money was going to hit that record on her ass. You got fools out there like that. You got to have your shit together and see how quickly she bounced back. She was like, keep that motherfucking 17,000. Bitch, she spent 17,000 on probably vacation now. She ain't thinking about that shit. She ain't thinking about no 17,000. What? She probably spent that going shopping. Martel. Sir. Cheaper to keep her. All right, Martel, it was cheaper for you to keep her. Stupid ass. Let's move on, child. Some men just don't know what they be doing. Let's get into these fucking receipts with the Scots, honey, because we told y'all I'm going to share them. I got them. I ain't going to never talk about some shit unless I got receipts, because, child, folk be trying to come for you. You're lying. Okay, bitch, sit back. Let me pull these receipts out for you right quick. All right, we talked about it this morning in the Car Chronicles. I'm going to show the fucking receipts because we got them. All right, so we talked about Show Industries. All right, Scots, if you guys are in here, y'all motherfuckers is not special. Hit the like button. The least you can do is hit the like button while I'm talking about you. All right, let's move on. All right, so Show Industries, okay, Incorporated versus Zen Garden LLC. All right, now they're saying that the case summary is on June the 21st, 2022, that Show Industries Incorporated or Show or plaintiff or whatever, represented by Alan L. Anderson and Patrick E. Sylvester, the second, okay, of F&B law firm PC filed a contract lawsuit against Zen Garden LLC, which is the owner, and Eva Bank. All right. Now they're saying that the mortgage holder collectively defendants, okay, seeking damages worth $804,000 and 321 cents and 30. Let me say it again, $804,321.35 for alleged breach of contract. Okay. Now they're saying that this case was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Alabama with Judge Herman N. Johnson Jr. presiding. Okay. All right. Let's turn it this way to make it bigger. What's going on? All right. So boom. That's first receipt. So you guys can see I am reading from that. All right. Case summary from Show Industries. Y'all see that? First exhibit A, $804,321.35. They're seeking damages for that amount for alleged breach of contract. All right. Show Industries and Zen Garden. Show Industries, of course, is Tisha and Marsau's company. All right. Now, this is the actual first page of their thing that shows Show Industry Incorporated, which they're the plaintiffs, and Zen Garden, which is the defendant. Okay. Let me turn this way so I can read you. All right, so they're saying the defendant, Zen Gardens, moves the court for leave to file the attached supplemental brief in support of its opposition to plaintiff Show Industries Incorporated motion for partial summary judgment as grounds. This says as grounds. Zen Garden states on August 28th of 2023, the Show moved for partial summary judgment on Zen Garden counterclaims, which was Doc 29. All right. Now they're saying in support of its motion on Zen Garden's negligence counterclaim that Show asserted that it was merely a recast breach of contract, okay, which was a claim by Zen Garden, okay. All right, so that's the first page on their document. Let me get it to where y'all can see it. That is the first page. All right, that's the case number. Of course, we had to block out the ending, but that is, as you guys can see, Show Industries, Zen Garden, okay. I told you I had receipts. All right, so this next page just kind of talks about, it's just a standard form of agreement between the owners and the contractor, okay, where they're saying that the basis of the payment of the cost of the work plus a fee with a guaranteed maximum price. So it just kind of breaks that down for Zen Garden, okay. So they're saying that made as of the 24th of February in the year of 2020, yeah. So it's just kind of giving a breakdown of what the agreement was between Show and Zen Garden. All right, so it's just a standard form. Hope you guys can see it. It's kind of small on my phone. Just a standard form of agreement. That's all that is, okay? All right, so let's turn it this way so I can read it bigger. All right, so this is just the notice to proceed, okay? This just says that this notice is to proceed is made as of the second day of March of 2020, a commencement date, okay, between Zen Gardens LLC, a Delaware limited liability company owner, and Show Industries Incorporated, an Alabama corporation contractor. They shouldn't put contractor because y'all don't do shit, but okay. It's in whereas that the parties enters into a certain AIA Form A-102 standard form agreement between owners and contractor dated February and gives the date, okay, concerning contractor's construction of a multi-family residential facility on real property owned by owner located, and gives the location, which is in Madison, Alabama, okay. And they're saying that whereas the pursuit and Article 4 of the agreement owner is to give contractor formal notification to commence contractor's work following the satisfaction of certain conditions. And whereas the owner and contractor desires to confirm that their mutual agreement as to delivery of this notice to proceed in order to establish the commencement date as more particularly provided in the agreement, okay? So they're just talking about the initial agreement. So this is the notice to proceed with the actual lawsuit, okay, for Zen Garden. Notice to proceed. Y'all can see that, okay? Yes, honey. I don't know why they just didn't pay these folks. Damn, they making it worse for themselves. Shit. All right, so now they're saying from the completion of the work, they're saying that to secure the liquidated damages provision contained therein, that contractor agrees to execute a separate security agreement providing that the pledge of 900,000 security interest in real property located at, and it gives the location, Huntsville, Alabama, which is where Black is located, okay, and a $100,000 security interest in a deposit account, okay? That's the money they had to put forth. So Black plus the money that Tisha got for the loan in order for them to secure this contract with Zen Garden, okay? Now they're saying that after 2 months following contractor's completion of the work, that owner agrees to reduce the amount of the liquidated damages under the provision to $450,000, and the security for the liquidated damages provision herein as follows. Okay, so number one, they're going to reduce the mortgage amount to $450,000. Two, they're going to release owner security interest in the deposit account. They're saying that all expenses incurred to reduce such collateral shall be paid by the contractor, okay, which is Marsau and them. They're saying that the contractor and contractors related entity, Infinity Property LLC, which is Tisha's company, okay, as Alabama Limited Liability Company, shall execute a security agreement, mortgage, and collateral assignment of deposit account prepared by owner's legal counsel to confirm and perfect the obligation of contractor in favor of owner. Now they're saying Infinity Property LLC, which is Tisha's company, okay, and Alabama Limited Liability Company is the owner of the real estate property, which is black, and the account, okay, and acknowledge adequate consideration for the grant of collateral to secure the liquidated damages, okay, provision therein, in the sole owner of said Infinity Property LLC is also an owner of contractor. Okay, so they're spelling out here the damages for said contract and what Tisha and Marsau are actually putting up in order to gain the contract with Zen Garden. So it's understood that they're putting up black, as I told you guys before, and an additional $900,000, okay, in order to secure the contract. It's kind of small, but that is what I'm reading from, okay? You guys can see closely. You can see Infinity Property LLC in Alabama. That is Tisha's company that she put forth in order for her and Marsau to get said contract, okay? Now, this page here is just talking about the mortgage, which talks about Infinity Property LLC. It gives the information on that. The lender, which is Eva Bank, which is where they got the actual $900,000, okay, Eva Bank. So Eva Bank is suing them because they are in breach of contract with them as well, okay? So this is the mortgage information from the actual loan that was accrued of the $900,000, which was through Eva Bank, okay? Ooh, child. All right, so we talked about all of that. That's the receipts from the actual contract for the Zen Garden or Zen Garden job that they got, which of course they could not qualify. They didn't qualify for it. Nobody that they actually had doing the work did a great job, which is why they're being sued. Zen Garden chose to sue Tisha and Marsau, Show Industries rather, for fraud and misrepresentation. They chose to sue them for fraud because there were some monies that were not accounted for. Of course, you know, Zen Garden paid them up front a certain amount so that they could pay their people that was working. They had to give an account for Marsau's crew that he was going to have working on this project for Zen Garden, and some of the people that he gave them actually did not work on it, and it was said and alleged that some money was being pocketed. Like he was saying, okay, my brother's going to be working here. This guy, one of my friends from out of town, he's going to be coming in and working, and they're saying that said guy did not work on this particular project. So the overflow from the money that was given by Zen Garden to pay up front, the rest of the money was being pocketed, and the job was never completed. And the work that they did do was very lackluster, to where they had to tear everything down that Show Industries built and had another contractor, another crew, more equipment come in to fix the mess that they made and rebuild so that they can still try to make deadline, in which they missed the deadline. So they're suing Show Industries, which is Tisha and Marsau's company, for breach of contract. Y'all get that? Did everybody catch that? So they're in a lot of trouble. They're going to lose this case. They're going to lose this case. So now Tisha and Marsau, they talking about some, and I told y'all this morning that they said they found some type of loophole in the Alabama law that says that they are entitled to their contractor's fee, at which it says in the paperwork, in the agreement, that if there are any damages accrued in this contract, in this job, that they forfeit their contractor's fee, which was the $450,000. I read it to you. So it will be reduced to the $450,000 if there are no damages. If there are, you forfeit that. So now he's saying he found a loophole to where they should still receive it because they are having money problems. Okay. All right, so I told you guys about the tax information for Tisha and Marsau. I have that here where they are behind on their taxes at black, okay? Their property taxes at black. So this is the information for that, okay? $3,100.36, okay? Why they can't pay that? Y'all are worth $17 million. That's nothing. If I got $17 million, bitch, $3,100 ain't shit to me. I can just go on and write the check for that and be done. Maybe for the same reason y'all had to move out of your house when the hot water heater went out. I mean, I don't know nobody doing that shit. If you got homeowners insurance, you should have been fine. But, when folks are out here living above their means and lying and capping out here, then I guess you just don't have it how you got it. All right. If you got to be renting Mercedes versus buying it as a multi-millionaire, is what you called yourself, then that tells me everything I need to know. I ain't renting no fucking car if I got $17 million. I'm gonna get the pink slip when I pull out, when I pull off the lot, I'm gonna have the pink slip on that bitch. That's just how millionaires live. But I don't know millionaires that live in little tiny houses across the street from gas stations. But hey, go off if that's how you want to live as a millionaire. Who am I to stop you from living poor? Who is Caramel to stop you from living poor, honey, when you a millionaire? I don't give a hot damn. Don't pay your taxes. They owe the IRS as well. I told y'all this morning. Tisha Marsau owe the IRS as well. Okay. They have a lot of people that they owe. This shit is crazy. A lot of people that they owe. 60. I wrote it. I got the shit written down. It's more. I put up. All right. So Tisha, honey. Tisha is caught seen online writing another subliminal, honey. I want to say it's towards one of her sister wives because y'all know Marsau is seeing a plethora, a boatload of hoes out here. All right. Mm-hmm. So she wrote another subliminal. Let me get into that. And it's directed towards her side, to her sister wife child. So let me pull that up, child. Let's pull that up. So everything that Tisha writes now is about stand on something. She done talked about stand on business. Y'all know Melody has adopted the standing on business logo, all right, for her hats, her hoodies, t-shirts, and all that. So she's everything Melody's saying is I'm standing on business. What is Tisha doing? Stand on that with the nails painted. I'm gonna show y'all the message here in a second. She said that your character will outweigh any lie told about you. Who are you talking to, Tisha? Who are you talking about, Tisha? Now, I told you guys that Tisha be throwing subliminals for these women that be coming for her, that be messing with Marsau. So Tisha talk a little shit, then they talk a little shit. But the problem with that is they can't really talk too much shit because they've signed NDAs and they've been paid money. So see, this is why they can't catch up on their bills, because Marsau is having to pay these women and make them sign NDAs. So the gig is that they don't get the money until they sign. So you got to sign first, then he shoots you a little bit of money so you can keep your damn mouth shut and he can continue to move how he want to move in these streets. Okay. That's how Martel was saying, yeah, you were 20 women. And Tisha was like, how do you know? Were you there? Martel said, yes, bitch, I was there. Yes, I was there. You know how? Because I was doing the same shit. We were all doing it together. So she tried to get, y'all remember she tried to get smart with his ass at the review. Martel was like, yeah, I was there. And not because we believe everything that Martel say, but I do believe the cheating allegations because he was doing the same shit. They were all running in the same circles. I mean, hell, Maurice sat right there at the reunion, said they was having fivesomes. And Kimmy looked at him like, bitch, did you really say that? But then you get mad when people talk about you having threesomes and fivesomes over there at Credit None. You ready to sue somebody when you just sat there and said that you be having threesomes. When Tisha sat down after Marsau got back from damn what was it, Africa, and they had that little dinner, and Tisha was like, "Oh, this is so nice, Marsau. I just feel so special as the wife." And he was like, "Oh, if this makes you feel special, then really you could have gave me a threesome." Ding, 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 ding. That's what he likes. That's what he's accustomed to. Tisha, you're born in bed. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right here. Your man is telling you that you're boring in bed. He does not enjoy what you are offering him at home, dear. So he is out getting it. When he gets pictures in his phone that says a midday work surprise, then that's what it is. A whole midday work surprise. See, I ain't never seen him compliment you, but I have heard him compliment Melody. Compliment Melody. Mel, you look great. Oh, Mel, you look good. But he tried to do it like subliminally. In like a joking, mean type of way. You know how boys used to be when they like you in school, they'll push you or hit you, but they really like you. He be on that level of bullshit. He really like Mel, but he stay coming for Mel just so he'll have a reason to say something to her. Y'all know that's how men be. Well, boys, because he does have a boy mentality. He's immature as fuck. But he'll play and say little mean things and little jabs at Mel just so he'll have the opportunity to be saying something to Mel and have the opportunity to be in her presence like that. Okay. See the way he was looking at her when this last season when he sat across from Mel when he pulled up in that rented G-Wagon. We all know his ass don't own a G-Wagon. All for the show. Sat across the table looking at Mel, giving her the googly eyes. I said, look at this bitch. I don't ever see you looking at Tisha like that. They said, Tisha Tunis, y'all are bad. Y'all are bad. But yeah, all right. But Tisha child, she out here done stole Mel's logo slogan child, talking about standing on something. She's standing on business. Stand on that. Girl, go stand in the unemployment line because y'all business is about to be gone. Girl, go stand on the women aisle over there, honey. Get you some Summer's Eve, child, and clear all that debris up out of the wok so that your husband can stay home, girl. That's what's wrong. Okay, you stressed out, girl, because your husband won't stay home. I know. Girl, come here, let me hug. Nah, get off me. I was gonna try to console you, but girl, get off me. But anyway, now you got Wanda out here doing live child talking about she's standing on business. Why is everybody using male shit? Wanda said, I'm out here standing on business. Hold on, my teeth coming out. I'm out here standing. That's Wanda in the damn live. I'm like, girl, shut your ass up. But moving on, child. All right, so one of Marsau's alleged mistresses, honey, they all coming out the woodwork. All right. One of his alleged mistresses, they're saying, I don't know if it want enough money that he paid her, but it said and alleged that she done got a whole $6,000 to be quiet out here, and she done had to sign a whole NDA. So that's why Tisha can sit at the reunion and not be worried about bitches coming out from the back saying, yeah, I slept with your man. I ain't got no proof until somebody give me concrete proof. That's Tisha at the reunion. Until I get concrete proof that somebody's sleeping with my man, I gotta clap because you know she get all this her. Until I get some proof, get the Muppet babies out and shit. I ain't got no proof until you bring me some proof that my man ain't cheating and I'm gonna stick beside him. Want. That's her at the reunion. Well, they can't talk because your husband done paid them money, some hush money to be quiet. I feel like he paid Alonda too when he told her call me at the end of that live. But I feel like he's paying these women to be quiet and they got to sign these damn NDAs. And if they don't, then they in breach of a little contract that they got together. So that's what it is, girl. But it said that one of his side chicks is saying that she was paid $6,000 to be quiet and that she also signed an NDA as well. Okay. Yeah, Marsau, would you like to talk about that? Would you like to talk about that? All right. So that's where these subliminal posts be coming from. Tisha be trying to check these women on the sly because they be talking sideways to her. Okay. Yeah, but she can't talk too much shit because she know that, you know, they can't really talk like that either. But you don't want to push them too far because a little $6,000 ain't really shit. Like $6,000 ain't a lot. I can spend that shit in a couple hours. Okay. I can spend that in a couple hours. So $6,000 ain't a damn thing. The husband, that's why y'all asses can't pay your bills because you're sending out all this money for all the, you know, you paying whole fees. That's what they call them, whole fees. NDAs are whole fees. If you got your woman out here, you know, these women out here paying, or you paying these women for these, you know, for the WAP, then, you know, that's kind of like prostitution with a P if you look at it. Because when you're paying for sexual services, that's what it's given. When money is involved with sexual services, that's prostitution with a P. I mean, that's what they had told me. Somebody said that whole text. Yes, girl. Okay, you paying whole fees out here, girl. So yes, yeah. So side chick was saying she got $6,000 up out of Marsau. So yes, so IRS, y'all hear that? They ain't paying y'all the taxes, but they sure paying these whole fees. All right, check up on it. And they just came back from Africa. Let me put y'all business out there. They just came back from Africa. They not paying no taxes. They renting out expensive cars, okay? And they just did some renovations on their little house on the prairie over there. So y'all check up on that. You ain't hear it from me, but you heard it. All right, you can rewind the video if you need to catch it back. All right, moving on. Look at me snitching. All right. All right, so now there's some funny business that was brought to my attention where they were saying that you guys know Tisha owns the Infinity LLC. We just got done talking about it for the Zen Garden lawsuit at which Tisha signed over that business, which I feel like Tisha's just out here getting EIN numbers and saying that they got businesses so that they can file this shit for like tax purposes and get PPP loans. Speaking of PPP loans, there were 2 PPP loans that were signed up for Black and also for they're saying Infinity Property LLC. So there's two businesses that they got PPP loans for, and coincidentally, the bitches got the same address. How is it you got two separate businesses in the same address? How is that? Does that not sound a little suspicious? Does that not sound a little suspicious? Somebody say go stand in the shower. Y'all are bad. Girl, she gonna slide down the shower wall after this damn video because I'm about to put some shit out there. Baby, she gonna cry and slide down the shower wall, baby, with that hot water on. Y'all can see that steam coming out her ass sliding down. She like, fuck you, Caramel. Telling all our shit. Yes, girl, that's my job. But so they're saying that Infinity LLC is owned by Tisha and is located at the opposite end of Black, the same building that Black is in. Y'all know Black is a cigar lounge, and then they're saying that right down here is where Tisha's Infinity LLC. Now, if that's the same building, if I'm not mistaken, whenever we saw the shit on TV, was that building completed? Like there was no flooring there, they didn't have no walls there, they didn't have shit in there. So have they completed this building yet? Now, one of my trusted sources, okay, they actually verified this shit for me because they actually live down there and they be down there. Another content creator, aka Boots on the Ground, old Black Titanic, confirmed that Infinity LLC is indeed attached to Black Cigar Lounge. Now, we just finished watching season 6 where Stormy actually came into that same building, okay? And well, she had a conversation with Tisha about Tisha stealing her shipping policy information. Y'all remember? And Tisha was like, well, I'm not in trouble for it because, hell, I made a lot of money. Y'all remember that whole conversation? It was plywood and shit all over the floor. So how is this an operating business if there's nothing done in there? Because they were working on that building. That's the same fucking building. So how are you filing for PPP loans for a business that's not yet complete? Because to file a PPP loan, that's, you know, like say, hey, my business has been running. I got employees that I got to pay, So I'm filing this PPP loan so that my business can continue and not have any gaps in terms of financials. That's what it's for. So if you guys are filing PPP loans, you have the same exact address as your business right beside it. And you guys are not fully operational because the business is not complete. It kind of gives that there are some inconsistencies there. I'm hearing that the shit ain't finished is what I'm saying. Okay. So it sounded like some EIN numbers are being filled out for businesses for tax purposes sake to kind of get a nice good old check back from the government. And then you turn around and file for PPP loans with the same address. Why the feds ain't caught that shit yet is beyond me. Shout out to the 1,000 in the chat. Y'all, please go ahead and hit the like button. Please, if you don't mind. Because we're talking about some real good shit tonight. So that's a little weird. All right. So according to Black Titanic, that company is at the other end of Black Cigar Lounge. And that's the same place that was not finished on the show. Oh, did I just put that out there? Too late now. Damn. Is that legal, y'all? Can you actually, even though you get an EIN number, because you know you got to get EIN number. I know a lot about business. Is that legal to do that for a non-operational business like that? You're putting it, and you're actually putting that name, because we just heard that same name, Infinity Property LLC, under, they're saying it is an operating business. They're being sued. Their name is listed on the lawsuit for Zen Garden. So is there just like an EIN number to say that there is a business, or you have a whole business name, and this said business is not actually running yet? Is that legal, y'all? That don't sound legal. And the PPP loans, you guys, were taken out almost 2 years ago during the pandemic. What are we? This is 2024. Y'all know the pandemic was what? 2020, 2021? That place is not finished, you guys. We just watched the show. And that was only a few months ago where they filmed that in the actual location. So they filed the PPP loans during the pandemic. 2 of them, one for Black, one for Infinity LLC, Infinity Properties LLC. So how is it that you are filing the PPP loan for non-operational? I'm not understanding that shit. Feds, Got a case for you. Got a case for you, feds. I don't know. Y'all might want to look into it now. You might want to look into it, okay? You hear from me, but you heard it from me. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. That's what it's giving. Let me say Martel song for you. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. That's what it's giving. Tisha, girl, they ain't got no Maybelline in jail. I just want to let you know. Because the skin ain't skinning. You ain't got no Maybelline in jail. Girl, you cannot be looking like one of the barges in jail. Because you know Tisha is Tisha LaBarge. Tisha the Barge now. Girl, you cannot wear no Maybelline. You're not going to have no makeup artist in jail to draw on no damn eyebrows and put no Maybelline over them blotches on your skin in jail. Why is you out here participating in this, girl? Oh, girl, I'm about to call the feds. Hold on. 1-800-FEDS. Yeah. Let me speak to the people that I need to speak to about this this fraud situation. I got a case for y'all. Yeah. It's some backwoods folk down here, child, down in Huntsville, Alabama, Madison County down there, child. Y'all might want to check up on it because they down there, they done got these PPP loans. And you ain't hear from me. Now, you don't need my name. You don't need my name, okay? You don't need my name. I'm just calling to let you know. 1-800-FEDERALIES. Is that the number that I call? Okay, so y'all might want to check it out. There's a place down there called Black, okay? And some black folk own it, all right? One person is real black, but she wear real light makeup. I know y'all didn't need to know that information, but anyway. They wear real light color makeup, okay? So if you see her, she really black. Look at her neck area. That's how black she is. Don't look at her face, okay? Her face is the barge, but her neck is Flavor Flav, okay? That's what they had told me. I mean, from the pictures that I had seen. So if you're looking for her and you going black, she gonna have like some long bond weave down her back. It's gonna be like nappy weave. And then she gonna have on some like drawn on eyebrows, and her face gonna have like the Elder Barge makeup. But then her face gonna be flavor. I mean, her neck gonna be Flavor Flav, and her ears gonna be black too. Okay. And then her husband gonna have like elf ears, and he kind of tall, and he kind of look like the Grinch a little bit. Okay. So y'all might want to investigate and talk to them and question them about these PPP loans. Okay. Yeah. Y'all don't need my number. I don't want to leave my name and number. Okay. I'm just, yeah. All right, bye. Okay. Sorry to keep y'all on hold, child. I had to let them know, child. So when they roll up in black, they'll know I had to give a perfect description, child. I had to give a description, okay? Elder Barge in the face and Flavor Flav in the neck. All right, damn. Y'all know Tisha be at black. I don't want to be like, are you Tisha? You ain't got to ask no questions, all right? There you go, boom. All right, so yes, child, 2 PPP loans. We need to find out what's going on with this money because y'all done been out of town. Like right after they got the PPP loans, that's when Marsau took his ass to Africa. Did y'all know that? He damn sure did. He went to Africa. Now y'all know they didn't have no money. Now they were hurting for money, but as soon as that PPP loan hit the account, his ass talking about he distressed and depressed and had to go to Africa, honey. And then he said his phone wasn't working. But what do we see? 3 damn pictures from Marsau. And your phone worked real good when you Tisha and the kids went over there just now too. I saw because y'all took a boatload of videos and pictures as well. So something in the buttermilk ain't clean. That's all I'm saying. So all right, 1-800-FEDERALIES. Y'all get on that. All right, and hit me. Well, y'all can't hit me back. All right, yeah. Don't call me. Call them. All right, so. But yeah, y'all, that business is not complete. And I feel like there's some EIN numbers that's been filled out, honey, for tax purposes. So y'all, hey, I'm going to keep my ear on that and my ear to the street. I'm going to keep my eyes on that and my ears to the streets on that, okay? But yeah, so that was named in the deposition. I just read it to y'all. So just to let y'all know I'm on my shit over here, all right? Let's continue. All right, so there's also a company they're saying in New York, honey, that is owed $61,000 also by Tisha and Marsau as well for some non-complete work. Did y'all know that? Yes. And there's also an excavation company in Huntsville, Alabama that is owed $68,000 as well for non-payment and non-complete work. What is with all this non-complete work? Now, Marsau, we've seen you in several seasons where you were telling Tisha, I got to go out of town. I got this job. I'm busy. I got to go out of town because I got to work. Then we find out in the deposition that you ain't did no fucking work. You got some explaining to do, mister. You do. You got some explaining to do. All right. call me or email me and let me know what the fuck is going on. CaramellRail75gmail.com. Because we need to find out what the hell is going on here. How is it that you getting flued out, okay, and going all these places telling Tisha that you going to work and you ain't completing no jobs? I mean, damn. Why is this excavation company child in Huntsville up there on Bedrock? Y'all remember they talking about they building this huge dream home child out there in the cave with the lion tigers and damn bears. Oh my. All right, they hired this excavation company to remove some damn caves and rocks and shit from out there. They didn't pay them. I'm listening and cooking. They didn't pay the excavation company, so they owe them to the tune of $68,000, okay? On top of all the other shit that they owe. Mind you, they're in a $5.5 million lawsuit as well with Zen Garden for rock removal and land clearance, okay, that they refused to pay the excavation company. So they sued them and they put a lien on the property. So they can't build shit, they can't do shit. Like, baby, Fred and Bonnie Rubber is out there just chilling, okay? Chilling like a villain, all right? Fred and Bonnie Rubber ain't doing shit out there. Ain't nobody been out there. Ain't nobody crunk up nothing. Ain't a tree been chopped down, not a damn thing. Nobody threw a 2x4 on the land, not a damn thing was done out there. Because they ain't paid our money. So, yes, go on to pay them. So, you owe Miss Joy. You owe this excavation company. Let's do a rundown. You owe the excavation company. You owe Miss Joy. You owe this company in New York, $61K. You owe them back taxes that we know about. You also owe the taxes on black to the tune of $3,000. You also owe what was it? The abatement charges that we talked about, 2 to be exact. And there are other and a plethora of other lawsuits that y'all asked has been in there. Now, one of the properties that they had abatement charges on, y'all do know that Marsau, there was this older gentleman that paid like back taxes on the property, which then he owns it. You know, if you owe back taxes, somebody can go pay your shit and own your property. So this older gentleman went and paid the back taxes on Marsau's property. Marsau takes his ass to court trying to get the property back after they paid it. Now, all this time, you ain't thought about the property. You ain't paid the abatement charges that was on it because they say rats and fucking roaches and shit was running all over the property, which they charged them abatement charges because it was nasty. He ain't did shit about it. They ain't paid nothing. They ain't cleaned it up, nothing. So then this man goes and say, oh, I'm going to take this. I'm going to pay the taxes on this property. I'm going to fix this shit up. They renovated and everything. So Marsau then goes to try to sue the man to get the damn property back after the man done paid up the taxes and did all this renovating shit. So he shows up in there saying, no, I don't need an attorney because my brother's an attorney. When his brother don't even do that type of law. What the hell? The type of shit I'm talking about with them. They are all calculated in like fraudsters. So why you wait till this man done did all this shit with the property that you ain't even thought nothing about to try to come after this man to take the damn property back after your ass ain't paid nothing? A bunch of swindlers is what you are. Let's continue. Last topic of the night, child, because what we getting into 9:30. We got to get on out here because maybe I got to go to bed. All right, so original Straight No Chase, if you guys watched her Q&A, I took down some notes because it was very interesting. We've been talking about Arian and this Martel situation. I took some notes and I want to kind of address some stuff that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, child. I know Johnny Gill said rub me the right way, but this rubbed me all the way the wrong way. All right, so original Straight No Chaser goes into saying that Martel, honey, is very abusive, as we know, to Arian, and that Martel takes advantage of her because she is not all mentally there, which we already knew that. We always call her ass slow. She always, I'm not slow. Girl, you are. You speak in third person, your ass is slow. I be like, where are other people at? Oh, it's you. But anyway, so so they're saying that Martel and Arian, honey, was in a physical altercation at some hospital down there in Huntsville once Knox got sick. I want to say that was like almost a year and a half ago. We heard about this situation. Arian denied that situation as soon as it hit the internet. Okay, she denied it as they denied that same situation where they said, no, nobody went to jail. There's no mugshot. When they really went to jail and had a cooling off period. Everybody remembers that it happened. Okay, allegedly. So they're saying that something about Knox got sick and that Arian had to take him to the hospital, and that she and Martel got into this verbal first altercation, and then it turned physical to where she was hitting him, okay? And he was trying to restrain her. That's what they had said, but y'all know he got hands for women, so I'm willing to believe he was throwing some blows too. But anyway, Now they're saying that Arian, honey, is embarrassed to get a job because people know her and that she has these ambitions to be this social media star, okay, or a TV star. She's been trying for the longest to get on TV. So people have been saying like, why won't she get a job? Why won't she get a job? They're saying that she is embarrassed to go and get a job because one, she was fired from the hospital because of all of the negative press that she was getting from the show and from the rumors that were going around about her. So it was a lot going on. She was always on her phone. It was a lot of shit going on with Arian to where she was not performing as she needed to through the nursing program that she was in, and they decided to fire her from the hospital. Okay, so she lost that job and she has not worked since then. Okay, which she told everybody she was stressed out from her job and she quit, which we found out in Black Titanic. Shout out to her. She found out that Arian was indeed fired from the hospital in Huntsville. Okay. Now, they're saying Arian also asked Original Straight No Chaser about getting her own YouTube channel so that she can start making money, but said that she said that Original Straight No Chaser tried to tell Arian how to monetize, but Arian could not figure it out, and she did not know that YouTubers actually made as much money as they made. She's slow. Girl, you could have had a whole YouTube channel and told your shit about Martel and what you went through, and girl, you could have been making a bag. But Martel doesn't want her to make money so that she can be independent because he wants her to rely on him so that he can keep his thumb on her and she can't do shit. Okay. He needs her. She's a babysitter. Okay. Martel gets everything out of her. He's using her. He's using the fuck out of Arian and she doesn't realize it. She sees it as love, but really it's called Stockholm Syndrome. Okay. All right, so she was saying she did not know the YouTubers made the amount of money that they made. And then she says that she's actually scared to get a YouTube channel because she's been dealing with very bad anxiety. She says she sits back and she watches the YouTubers videos about her and it gives her anxiety. She says that she's scared that she can't move on with her life and continue her life after this situation with Martel. It's really destroyed her life because everybody knows who she is, and everywhere she goes, people have something negative to say about her, and it causes anxiety because she can't move on with her life. She's saying that YouTubers will not allow her to have a normal life. Well, we're not going to get off your ass if that's what you're asking us. I'm not, because my thing is the energy that you gave Melody is the energy that I will give to you. You don't get a pass. You don't get to say that you're tired of people talking shit about you and calling you out when you loved being in the position to be calling someone out and to be reading and dragging the wife. I'm a wife. So I'm speaking for the wives. Okay, that's been in that situation. I'm dragging bitches across railroad tracks for talking out of turn. And that's exactly what you did. You taunted Melody for years and still doing the shit. But all of a sudden now you have anxiety because the shit is being returned to you. It's the victim shit for me. How are you a victim when you are the initiator of the bullshit is what I'm trying to figure out. So she really thought that she had this friend in Original Straight No Chaser, and her ass was being recorded the entire time with every fucking conversation. And now that she's turned her back on Original Straight No Chaser, it's like I'm on my fucking get back, and I'm about to tell all your shit. And she is telling it. And who took notes? Me. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. All right, so she goes on to say, she says Arian, like I said, is scared to put Martel on child support because Martel has threatened to take Knox if she does. I said that. I kept asking why she don't put him on child support. Why she don't put Martel on child support. So she does not put Martel on child support because Martel has threatened to take Knox away if that happens. Bullshit. That's a way for him to scare her because he can't even handle all four of the Eminem kids by himself. That's why her stupid ass is over there. But I'm like, girl, whenever he says that to you, do you not read between the lines? You are his glorified babysitter. Now, he already told you that when Knox is over there, that is much too much for him because he already got the 4 children that he got with Mel, and it's a lot. That means he got 4 meals to fix. He got 4 this of everything to do. So when Knox is there, that's a 5th child, which puts more on him. So do you think that he going to take your son if you take your stupid ass down there and put him on child support? Oh, okay. So, yeah. So she said that once she saw that Martel went after Melody for full custody of the children, that's what scared her and made her like back off and not, come after him in terms of making him be held financially responsible for Knox. Okay. He give her money when he feel like it. He give her how much he feels like giving her. So she's scared when she saw that situation, and she was actually cheerleading him on in terms of getting the children from Melody full time, because that meant she was going to reap the benefits of the money from that, because had he got full custody of the children, which he was never in any danger of doing, child support was going to be attached to 4 children, which means him and Arian were going to be able to live comfortably like they were living when he was still with Mel. But fortunately, Melody is always 10 steps ahead of them dumbasses. Melody is always 10 steps ahead of them, and that's why the fuck they stay mad. They always concoct a plan, and Melody just like do a whole burnout on their fucking plan, and they be sitting back like, this bitch. Like, how was she able to wiggle out of this? Martel, you got nothing when you at the court. But Arian, she takes these idle threats from Martel, and he has the ability to scare her into allowing him to keep being controlling and abusive towards her. And she doesn't know how to get out, because people who are in Stockholm syndrome situations don't know how to get the fuck out. They stay there in toxic situations, and that's what she's dealing with. She also goes on to say, like I said, she gets anxiety when she's watching our videos, and which you should probably mind. You probably get real anxiety looking at my shit, because I go all the way gutter when I talk about her. I give no fucks about a side chick who went as far as you went. Now, I said it before, had she been sympathetic to the situation and been apologetic and meant that shit and apologized to Melody and say, look, I really didn't mean to break up your family. I apologize for the shit I said to you and did to you, and mean that shit, you probably would have got some grace from other women. But the fact that you went about it the way that you did, you get no grace, Arian. You are talking about now that you're going through all of this, and she even talked about, and we're going to talk about here in a minute, that she was suicidal with an S. That is somebody who I don't want around my fucking kids, because that tells me you have 2 children. So you don't give a fuck about mine if mine are over there and you decided at any moment that you just don't want to be here no more. I'm going to say it again. If you're having those thoughts and my child got to come over there 1 week on, 1 week off, you got 2 children and you don't give a fuck about leaving them behind, you could probably do that shit in front of my child and have them mess the fuck up for the rest of their life for seeing something that they shouldn't have seen, because you have some issues that you haven't addressed, because you allow this sorry ass ninja to continue to control you mentally, psychologically, and every other type of way, to where you can't think for yourself. Child. But she says she's having suicidal feelings. She called Original Straight No Chaser, according to her, and Original Straight No Chaser says she talked to her for over 2 hours because Arian was ready to end it all over Martel. Martel had got so far into her mind and took over her to the point to where she did not want to be here no more. Granted, you are a mother of 2. How do you let a nigga who won't commit to you, that made you a side chick for 10 years, that made you wear braces for 10 years, that's rusty probably now, bitch, you made all your hair come out, that same hair that you bragged about to try to say Melody wearing wigs, but I got natural long hair. You lost everything, including your fucking mind, behind a sorry ass ninja. And you on the phone talking to a blogger that you said you finessed for 2 hours, telling your business, being recorded. And now she's telling all your shit. And who was happy to sit there and listen? I told y'all I'm nosy. I was like, oh my God, this is like hitting the lottery. This is speak care, my hair grows back. It does. I mean, she's just so vain. Like, you just so surface. Arian is very surface. You don't understand looks go away. Like, you don't look the same way you did when you got with Martel, Arian. Let me talk to you a little bit. Because you really thought you was popping your shit when you first got with Martel. You really thought that you were prettier than Mel. Like, she really thought she was pretty because she had long, thick hair. That's like people who think that because they're light-skinned that they're beautiful. Not all light-skinned people are beautiful. And nothing against nobody in my chat that's light-skinned. I ain't calling nobody ugly. But, like, you really thought you was the shit like that because you had long hair and because you could hide behind a filter every time your ass went live. Like, you really thought that shit. Martel really pumped your head up to think that you was something you weren't. Somebody said she's mentally challenged. I really think she's on the spectrum, and I'm not trying to be mean. Just from the things that she say, Her thought mentality for her to be a 30-something-year-old woman is weird to see that a 30-something-year-old woman has that mentality that Arian has. It's like she has not grown up from being a teenager. She still thinks like she's an 18-year-old or a 16-year-old. Let's dial it back. She thinks like a 16-year-old. They said the braces are peeping through the filter. Oh my God. I ain't having my shits on that long. My dentist told me 2 years, bitch, and I'm talking about 2 years these hoes is coming off. I promise. 2 years. I ain't going past. Okay. I don't know why the fuck. Well, I do know. You ain't pay your damn bill. Okay. That shit's so sad. You just was sitting on 40 racks. That's my thing. You just was counting out 40 racks and you ain't take none of that money to get your shit off. Girl, fuck that. Let's continue, child. All right, now she's saying that whenever Martel went out with Sheree in New York, y'all guys remember that when they went live, okay? Martel went live. Well, Sheree went live, and Martel was on the live with Sheree. Even though we know the shit was fake, she was mad as hell because he was showing Sheree attention, even though she knew it was fake. She was mad because he went public with her, something that he never did with Arian. He never went public with Arian until that live. We never saw Arian. He don't have no pictures of her on his none of his social media platforms, but he still have pictures of Mel, which is weird as hell. He got pictures of Mel on his IG and a boatload of pictures and videos of Mel on his Facebook. Like a boatload. This nigga is still obsessed. But none of Arian, but you just announced this is your woman. No pictures of Arian now, but that's your woman. Okay. All right. So she's saying that when Martel went out with Sheree in New York, says Arian, again, called Original Straight No Chaser, like she's supposed to be your therapist or something, and says that she went crazy on the phone, but says that Martel is bad for pitting women against her, pitting his women that he deal with against each other. So she was being pitted against Sheree in terms of trying to make her jealous and make her feel a way to say, hey, I'm out in public with Sheree and you home sitting at home watching on live because you know she stalks him. Arian know about all the women that Martel mess with because she got to sit home and watch this shit. He don't want her to go nowhere. She's not allowed to see anybody else while he have all these women. And then occasionally he might bring one over and they do a little threesome action. And that's all the action that she gets. So anytime she want to be with somebody else, it's only if he's present. What kind of shit is that? Like, girl, how does he get to have all these people? And then we just saw him with one on the damn show where he's trying to say it was a masseuse that came over there. Like, what she was massaging your down there area with her mouth. Like, is that what she doing? You getting a massage with your mouth. But okay. All right, so let's continue. Of course, y'all know that they were saying that Martel be slapping her around, okay? Oh, hold on. It says because I just skipped something. It said that Original Straight No Chaser also revealed that Carson Blue actually had a conversation with Arian too when she came out and said that she was having suicidal with an S thoughts, okay? Said that she was going through this whole mental thing to where she didn't want to be here no more. And she even put that on, I remember on a IG post, you guys, where she was saying she was having suicidal thoughts and she was stressed out and she didn't know if she wanted to be here anymore. Martel was stressing her out. She was going through it with Martel. This is during the time that he was calling her like the 36 times. Like he was really pushing her mentally. Like she was to the point where she had to block him. Y'all remember where she was saying, he got to contact me by email. Like you are allowing this shit. So he knew what he was doing. He always pushed her right to that point to where she really about to snap and lose it. And then he back off. And that's his way of being able to control her. Okay. But yeah, so Arian, of course, was saying that Martel, he slaps her. And it's been around Knox when this shit has happened. So now you are raising the next generation of aggressive men because your son have now seen you be aggressive towards his mother. And I kept saying, where does he get all this hitting from? Where does Knox get this aggression from? Because he used to always hit Arian on live. Do y'all remember that? Where is he getting this behavior? He's seen that in the home from his father being aggressive towards his mother. Wow. That's where he get it from. I've seen several lives where Knox have gone upside her head. I've seen that. And she think the shit is funny. She think it's funny. She'll kiss it like he would hit her and she would kiss his hand. I said, that's bad parenting. That is bad parenting when your child strikes you and you kiss their hand. Like, where does that happen? Besides at Arian's house, when he snatched her hair that time and pulled her head down like that, I was like, oh, I know she get ready to pop him. She gave him a kiss on the hand. I said, wow. Wow. Let's continue. Now, original Straight No Chaser was saying that Arian told her that Martel was not going to claim Knox because he was gearing up to get back with Melody. So as long as his future was going to be bright in terms of getting back with Melody, he was not claiming Knox. He was just going to give Arian child support and never see Knox, never have a relationship with Knox. He was going to cut Arian completely off from being around Knox. He didn't want nothing to do with Knox. Mind you, he had already told her when she found out she was pregnant with Knox to get rid of Knox, because a couple of months before Knox was conceived, she was pregnant with another child at which she got rid of. So she had just had an AB. She had just gotten rid of a baby at the direction of Martel through Melody's money, of course. And with Knox, she told him, I'm not getting rid of him. I just got rid of a child. So that pissed Martel off because he knew that that was going to be the end all be all, that Melody was definitely not going to take him back knowing that there was a baby involved. So she told him, no, I'm keeping my baby. I'm keeping Knox. Okay. But Melody said that she had already made up her mind before she even found out about Knox, that she was leaving and that it was over, because other things, it was like a build up to other things that were already going on in their household, at which we're now seeing unfold. I didn't know back then that there was a pow situation. I didn't know back then that she had gone in the house and was, we saw the video on Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to them. These are things that we didn't know about. Now, we heard about where Miss Van told Marsau, hurry up and get over there because I'm scared of what might happen, during the time that Melody found out that he was still seeing Arian. They had a big blow up. And Miss Van called Marsau and said, Marsau, can you please get over there? Because I don't know what will happen. I don't know what might happen in that house. She was scared. Miss Van does not live in Huntsville. So imagine knowing that your child is with a crazy psycho like Martel, and the altercations that they've had back and forth, and the blow-ups, which appear to be very explosive, to where he already said she went into the kitchen and got a utensil and was coming at him because of a situation. Okay. He already filmed her when she was snapping off about that 17K. But, and we know he's aggressive too, because Arian has already come out to say that he's put paws on her. Crazy. But he was not going to claim Knox. He was going to cut Arian completely off because he thought that Melody was coming back. But Melody made the decision to go on with the divorce. And now Martel has done a 360. He claims Knox. Knox is his favorite child. Oh, I love him so much. Y'all heard the Tasha K interview. I said, bullshit. This is the same child. You didn't want to be here. You asked his mother to get rid of him. Now all of a sudden you love him. This is your favorite child now. Oh, okay. Fuck out of here, Martel. But yes, so now he has pushed the Eminem kids towards the back, and now he is pushing Knox up front. And he's promoting Knox because Melody disappointed him and would not take him back. That's why he's doing it. To get under Melody's skin. She don't give a fuck. She's like, look, 1 week on, nigga, and 1 week off. I'm going to come and get my kids when it's time. Stay over there with your child that ain't talking to you. I don't give a fuck. That's what Melody's telling him. Anyway, so going on, Original Straight No Chase also shares that Martel was just going to, like I said, pay Arian the child support and not have the relationship with them. Because he knew that Melody would not accept Knox. Okay. He knew Melody would never accept. I wouldn't either. I'm not accepting no side baby. I'm not taking care of no side baby. You're not taking my money to the side chick's house to support your side child. That's your responsibility. And I respect Melody from removing herself completely from that situation, because nigga, you was already stealing money prior. And I feel like the money that he was stealing prior to that, the 17 grand, I feel like some of that went towards some of the ABs for Arian. I feel like that. Can't nobody tell me different, because she was having them. Arian had all of 3 to 4 ABs for Martel, which means he was not trying to protect himself at any point in time. The first time that you knocked her up, you should have been wearing protection if you were going to continue to cheat, which we know you were doing. So you go and steal 17K, and out of that 17K that you blew on reckless businesses that you started, that you know the fuck you were doing, you went right over there and was steady having this girl going down there to the clinic and getting rid of these kids because you were trying to still keep your lifestyle with Melody. You didn't love her, but you liked the lifestyle she provided for you, which was driving in the BMW, living in the nice gated community, going on nice luxurious trips, you know, being on yachts and shit like that. Bruh. Somebody said, what, they spending $40K? They blew through that money. They are broke. Arian said that he is broke. They are broke. They spent that $40K. They blew through it. Y'all remember y'all saw them at the game, at the basketball game, and they had floor seat tickets? They spent some money on that. From what they were saying, the tickets were like $1,600 a piece. So they were spending that type of money at the damn game on floor seats. $1,600 a pop. Stupid asses. But you still wearing braces. That shows where your priorities are. You want to look rich, but you don't know how to manage your money because you are about appearances. Martel is about appearances too. Yeah, they were at the front row. See that again? Y'all didn't see that? They were on floor seats at the fucking basketball game. At the Heat, the Miami Heat. They went to go see the Miami Heats. Sitting their ass right down on the floor seats, and they looked the seats up, and it was like $1,600 that they paid per ticket. And she was all like this at the game. I'm like, you ain't seen not one damn ball go in the goal because you like this the whole damn thing. You want everybody to know you was at the thing with Martel. And a few times she would do this shit here so that she can get Martel in the live. And he would look like, bitch, don't get me in your live. He looked hella uncomfortable. Like he did not want to be seen with her. He did not want to be on her live. But she was happy to spin around to get him in that live. To let everybody know her ass was at the game. Like she'll never go nowhere. But let's continue. Okay, so original straight no chaser shares that Martel plays on Arian's mental and that Arian does not know how to do a lot of things. I told y'all she was slow. She don't know how to do a lot of things, which is why I feel like he would never wife her because she does not have that goal-getting type spirit like Mel. You know, Mel hit the ground running. Arian is kind of slow. She's not tick tick boom like Mel. She doesn't have that business acumen to be able to get things started and to be able to have, you know, all this lucrative stuff going on like Mel used to do. So I feel like he's not going to ever wife her because that's what Martel is accustomed to. Martel like women who got shit going on. That's why he was fucking with Belinda. Belinda could give him things. Belinda had money. She had her business and stuff going. That's why he didn't want to let Melody go because that was his bread and butter. Arian doesn't have that. She don't want to work. She doesn't want to do anything. He's taking care of her. So he sees her as one, a liability and a dependent. Men don't like that. Not men who need women like Melody. Martel can't make it on his own. All Arian offered, like I said, is babysitting, and he can get sex when he wants it from her. But then again, he get it everywhere else. So what does he really need with her? If he find a good woman that's willing to put up with his bullshit, he don't need a babysitter because he gonna turn her into the babysitter. So what is Arian's, you know, whole purpose of being in his life? That's how he look at it. That's why he's like, yeah, I know we've been together. I know I've been fooling with you for 10 years and you got a whole baby by me, but yeah, I need to get to know you. Maybe 2 more years, we'll see. Nigga, 10 years and a baby and you'll see? We friends? We still in the friend zone after 10 years? All right, so our original Straight No Chaser also shares, y'all, and this right here was like, ooh, do I need to do a trigger warning on this? Trigger warning. She says that there are several emails that she received from women that reached out to her, you guys, to tell her that Martel R-worded them, meaning that he forced himself on them. Guys, that's serious. We talked about this a little bit before. She says she has several emails from women. So there's more than one person. That means this has happened numerous times. Like if a woman say no, that I don't want to. Then he becomes aggressive. Martel can be scary. We've seen him on TV. When he gets loud, when he gets when he's in that mode, when he wants something and you turn him down, the rejection is what brings out the Hulk in Martel. He doesn't like to be told no. He doesn't like anybody challenging him. So for a woman to say, yeah, no, not tonight. I don't feel like it tonight. I don't feel like Arian can say no if she wants to. If there's ever a time that he comes to her house and he wants to do something and she says no, I don't think it's going to go over well for her. I don't think she's able to tell him no if she doesn't want to. So apparently, several emails that she received from women, that's plural, contacted her to tell their story about Martel R-wording them, violating them, okay? And I'm sure he forces Arian as well. That's sick, okay? She also shares that Martel stops by Arian's house every day and he sees Knox every day. I'm sure he does. This is coming from Arian, which she told Original Straight No Chaser. Martel comes to her house every day and he makes sure he sees Knox every day. The same child that you didn't want, but okay. She goes on to say, Original Straight No Chaser says that Marsau had a conversation with her as well. Check this shit out. She said that Marsau had a conversation with her, and once she brought up the woman in the hotel, y'all remember the picture, the back picture where Marsau was laying in the bed. That was him. As much as he liked to say that it wasn't, the picture where he was laying on the bed, there was a female that he was in that hotel room with where Marsau fell asleep, and the woman got her phone and snapped a picture of him. Unbeknownst to him, he didn't even know until this picture hit the internet, okay? Of course, you know then that is when the NDA occurred because she could not speak anymore. We haven't heard any more about it. We don't even know who the girl is that took the fucking picture, but it was a female that he was in this hotel room with that waited until he fell asleep and snapped a picture because he was laying on his stomach area, holding the pillow like this. Y'all remember, you could see his ears. He had some type of birth mole, a birthmark on him. Like, my thing is, Tisha, you kept saying that I don't think that's my husband, but you cried about it when you drove up to Black. That's what we saw on the show. I know my husband. I know I know all his birthmarks. I know all of his tattoos. If I see that somewhere in a picture, I know automatically that's my husband. And then you can see the side of his face. That was him. But he denied it to everybody that was him in the picture. But Original Straight No Chaser said that she had a conversation with Marsau. This was during the time that, I guess she got them to trust her. She was kind of talking to the Scotts. She created a rapport with them and they were having conversations with her. Of course, she records everything. Okay, as she should, because you need your receipts. But she said she had a conversation with Marsau. And once she brought up the woman in the hotel that took the picture of him in the bed when he fell asleep, says that he got scared and cut all communication with her because he didn't want to talk about that. He was in, I got to save my ass mode. I got to do some more NDAs. I got to shut this girl up because now it's looking like she is going to be speaking and I can't have that. Because you guys already know he made a pact with Carlos King that in order for him and Tisha to be on the show, that they would not discuss their infidelities. So Tisha, for you to sit on platforms and say you've never had this happen in your marriage, then why the fuck did you ask Carlos King to not speak about your infidelities on this show? If you ain't had no infidelities, ain't shit to talk about. That's all I'm saying. We don't need to make a deal if ain't shit happen. That's why every time they talk about, they start hinting at, when they were talking about the midday work surprise, the girl in his phone with the booty pic. Let me show y'all how Marsau was looking. Let me show y'all his reaction. As soon as Kiki said it was in his phone, Tisha, a midday work surprise, and he texted her back. This is the look that he gave. You know that head always dropped, and he looks at the floor. He was looking over at Kiki. I took a screenshot. He was looking over at Kiki like, really, bitch? Really? That's when he became on a mission to make Kiki look like she was this drugged out individual because she exposed his infidelity. That's why they didn't want Kiki on the show. Because Kiki was ready to tell they shit. Kiki knows about Marsau being around town. Hell, she said it on the show that he had a threesome with two girls. Y'all don't remember that? When she sat down and talked to Melody and said, Melody, it's all over town. And Marsau had a threesome. And Melody was like, oh, what? So he hurried up and cut off all communications and blocked Original Straight No Chaser. He wouldn't talk to her no more. Because he was like, oh, hell no. Yeah, I got to go. I got to call this girl and tell her, bitch, you better keep your motherfucking mouth shut. Let me go on and give you about $3,000 and get your ass over here and let's meet up so you sign this NDA. Keep your mouth shut. I'm on this show. I done told these people that me and Tisha don't have no infidelities. I don't need you running your damn mouth because that's about to mess up my damn chick. That's how that shit went down. Allegedly. But he will not talk about it. He'll sit there and smile. And guess who do all the talking when they ask about infidelities in their marriage? Tisha. They had to pull it out of Marsau when they asked him about just the phone, about the picture in his phone. He don't ever talk about shit. Tisha is the spokesperson for their infidelity because he's already prepped her. And she likes to talk over you and fast talk you. Have y'all noticed that? Tisha will fast talk you in a minute. She can't talk worth shit, but she will fast talk you and over talk you like she was doing Kiki. When Kiki was throwing out stuff about what Marsau this, Marsau that, she got louder than Kiki and she tried to overshadow Kiki so that Kiki could not get out what was really going on. Kimmy too. I see I put it in there. Kimmy does the same thing. But she said that Marsau cut off all communication and that Tisha knew what really was going on because she became emotional when she asked him about it, because this is something that she's seen a lot. She knows about all the women. Somebody said that Still Waters is a troll. I hope you hit the like button, okay? Any trolls that's in here, don't come in here acting a fool, though. If you're going to be in here, act accordingly. Or mods, I want you to get their asses up out of here. All right, this is my show. This is my house. You come into my house, I don't have no acting up in my house. All right, act up and your ass going to get snatched up. All right, so let's continue because we're almost done. All right, so they're saying that Arian knows about the other women, okay, with that Martel, but she uses it as a deflection because she's embarrassed and she's very guarded, okay, and she is scared to be judged. Arian is very soft. All this stuff that you guys see online where she be snapping at people and talking shit, it's a total deflection for Arian. She is in fight mode because Arian is tired of people calling her out, okay? Yeah. She's tired of people calling her out and constantly being judged. She's tired of it. Like I told you guys before, she wants to be able to move on with her life and start businesses and do something different. But every time she tries to do something on social media, here she says, here comes the bloggers, and they paint this narrative and they've destroyed my reputation. But nobody told you to announce yourself. And I said it before when we talked about the other lady. You don't need to announce yourself when you are a side chick. Real women don't be on that bullshit. Real women back in the day, you never knew that they were fucking side chicks. You just never knew that. If they was messing with somebody's man, it was on the hush hush. You go out and get something to eat. He'll bring you some gifts, whatever. He come over, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You know, slap it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, and he out the door. You don't hear about it. They won't talking about it, running all over town. Girl, you know I smashed James last night. Girl, you know me and Willie Earl Child was in there jumping out the dresser last night. Girl, Willie Earl was balls deep in this thing last night. Girl, you didn't hear that. But Arian was happy to announce herself because she thought that was going to make her famous. And she thought that was going to help her get on the show to be telling all her damn business, but it backfired. Mm-hmm. But they're saying that Martel does not give Arian money, that he pays whatever bills needs to be paid. Now, I know a lot of people were saying that he gives her like $2,000-$3,000 a month. Bullshit. He does not. According to Original Straight No Chaser, Arian told her that Martel gets the bills that Arian gets per month and he just pays them. He don't give her no money. He don't give her no money. He don't want her to have no type of come up, no way of coming up on her own. He's not giving her $2,000. That's going to get her out the door to be able to get out and do what she want to do. That's going to give her some babysitting money. She's going to find somebody to watch Knox so she can be out and running the streets. He don't want her running the streets. He wants her home. She already said it. Martel doesn't want her going anywhere. So what he does is, his way of controlling her is, he comes over and gets the bills that has to be paid and he just pays them. Arian also says that she's been going to therapy, which I call bullshit, because she's saying her anxiety has gotten so bad because of social media and Martel. He's driving her crazy in that house. So she don't get no money per month. He gets the bills and pay whatever is due. Light bill, gas bill, water bill, whatever. Okay. Rent probably $25 because you know she on Section 8 or 6. All right. So now this says Arian says that Martel is holding her back and that she regrets staying with Martel all this long because she feels like she wasted her life and she has nothing to show for. You're right, girl. You did. You wasted your good years on him. Them years where you said you was a bad bitch, that's when you should have been leaving his ass and focusing on getting a business and doing something with all that money that he was giving you for mail. Like you was sitting on a lot of money, Arian. You were driving what was it, a BMW SUV. You were doing good, sis. You did nothing with that money but run around flexing on the ground like it was gonna be forever. Like you thought Melody was gonna stay there forever with this nigga and allow him to keep disrespecting the fuck out of her and keep stealing her money to take over there to you. You ain't learned shit from Shawnee O'Neal. Girl, you got to get it while they're getting this good. If I was in that situation, I'd have been putting money up left and right. Bitch, by the time he would have walked away, I would have been straight. Me and my kids would have been straight. My bills would have been paid. My car would have been fucking paid off with the type of money he was taking up over there. My car would have been paid the fuck off. I'd have put it down in a house. I'd have been trying to get me a house out of that nigga. If you're going to be getting this WAP, baby, you going to need to put me in a house. I ain't renting shit. This is mortgage type of WAP right here. Fuck Section 8. This is mortgage WAP. Okay? Yeah, you allow this man to let you sit on Section 8. Driving a broke down BMW that stayed in the freaking shop more than it stayed in your driveway. What kind of level up is that? You let him buy you braces to get on your teeth that you still got on there. You and your daughter sharing clothes. And you just had 40K and you ain't went shopping? Girl. She slow. Ain't no damn way. This is mortgage WAP. I ain't written shit. You gonna buy me a car, bitch? It better have a pink slip in there. I wish the fuck I would make a payment on a gift. You gonna buy me a car? That bitch better have a pink slip. That means it's paid for, in full. And you gonna pay the fucking insurance. You gonna date me? I'm gonna be your side chick and put up with your bullshit. You screaming in my face and you taking them funky ass skunk loafers off up under my bed and knocking my ass out every night with them fumes. Guess what, bitch? You about to level me up in this biatch. Your wife dressing nice, bitch. Guess what? She taking a Louis bag. Where my Louis bag? Where my Louis? I like Louis. Bitch, I like red bottoms. But see, you discount yourself. You allow Martel to play you and keep you on your back when you should have been on your feet. Like you said, you took him with your eyes closed. That's the problem. You were laid back like this when you should have been on them feet with your eyes like this, and your ass would have saw where your ass is right now. You were laid back on that bed with them musky ass sheets. Well, he was coming up over there dropping that DNA off every night that your ass, you won't wash them sheets. Them same nasty ass DNA sheets that your ass was laid up in there on, funky as hell. Because he was coming over there like every day. You ain't changing them sheets. Oh, I took him with my eyes closed. Bitch, your eyes should have been opened. It should have been open so you could see the type of sorry ass BAN fuckboy that you was messing with. Martel is a fuckboy. I'm sorry. He is. He's a whole fuckboy. And you allowed him. You allowed him to get away with that shit? Girl. That's why I said you're not an ordinary 30-something-year-old woman because you don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to play the game. You saw his wife and how she was rolling in a whole Range Rover, bitch. Ain't no fucking way. You on the #1 show on OWN, and I'm on Section 8. You on the #1 show on OWN, and you buy me a BMW, and the shit stay broke down. That car stayed broke down, y'all, until it got repossessed. He driving around in a new BMW, and Mel was driving around in a nice one. Living in a gated community, and you on Section 8. You stupid as hell. Ain't no fucking way. And you got pregnant 4 times by him and had 3 ABs by him. And that's all you got out the deal. Must be nice. Must be nice. Must be nice, girl. I would remember. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot to be your lover. That's my song, too. All right, so Arian blackmails Martel. We about done, child. Arian blackmails Martel. Okay, she blackmails him. And she keeps close tabs on Martel because, well, he keeps close tabs on her because Martel tells her everything. Okay. Arian is the girl that Martel will not let get away because of all the things that he's told her in terms of pillow talk, as well as all the things that they've done together that she's been involved with that is illegal. Arian's already said some of the shit that me and Martel have done, we could have been in jail a long time ago. Okay. We already know about the quick deed scams that he's been in and some other things. Martel is a whole criminal, regardless to the type of, reputation that he want people to believe this great dad and, doing this shit in the community. Nah, nigga, you got community pain. But in terms of the type of person you are, you're a full-fledged criminal. You're a criminal, dude. You are a criminal. You forgot about the ATM situation. You were in that shit where you called in your job where you worked at the fucking jail to tell them you weren't coming in because you were sick. And your ass was caught up in a whole ATM heist as a jailer. So you called out to work just to come back to work. What kind of shit was that? Y'all ain't gonna be able to come in tonight. Now, I don't feel good. I'm going home. I'm going to take some Sudafed and I'm getting in the bed. I don't feel good. And what a coinky dink. They look at the fucking news and there you are. Martel. How does that work for you? How does that work for you? You took a sick day to go to jail. The same place you work at. What a coinky dink. Arian said me and Martel could have been in jail by now for the shit that we've done. Stalking, fake accounts, all the shit that they do, all that shit is illegal. That's called stalking, revenge. All that shit is illegal. Doxing people, that's illegal. That's just stuff that we know about. We ain't even gonna talk about the shit that they ain't even talked about that they've done yet. Because according to her, they supposed to have been in jail by now. So you out here on your Bonnie and Clyde bullshit. Happy to do that shit for him. Because at the end of the day, Martel tell you, I ain't going to jail. Guess who gonna go when and if and when the police come knocking? It's gonna be your stupid ass, Arian. She is so stupid. You know what? Sometimes deep down, I want to have some sympathy for her. But then when I think about it, I'll be like, I cannot have sympathy for somebody like that. Because the way you went about that thing, it's the way you do things. And the attitude in which you do them, Arian. I can't have sympathy for you, dear. But that is our show for the night. I ain't gonna hold y'all guys no more because it's 10. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. We've been on here for a long time, but we had some great topics. Somebody said, for my man. Absolutely. That's what it gives, for my man. But yes, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. You're going to jail. I see y'all putting it there. You're going to jail. They absolutely going to jail. Martel is going to jail. And Arian might be going too, okay? Yeah. Because he Martel gives me YouTube movement. Every time his ass get in trouble, you too. You can't never tell Martel that he did some shit. He is on the YouTube movement. You too. Marsau say, well, Martel, you was cheating. Well, you too. You had 20 women. He on that bullshit. But anywho, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Mods, y'all have done a splendid job. Thank you guys for keeping the trolling down. And thank you for any content creators. I think Girlfriend Chronicles was here. Shout out to her. Please check her channel out. Thank you for the 1,200 in the chat just watching me right now. Okay. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button, guys. I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. Okay. Love you guys all the way down. Love you guys all the way down. Sleep well tonight. Be blessed. All right. Love you too, Torrance. Nix, thank you for being here. All right. Yes, honey. Hit that like button, guys. And I will see you guys in the morning. Okay. And goodbye.